brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families joined together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpalese Italian Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpalese family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpalese Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh-baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at corpalesbakery.com.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job posting should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yeah, it does. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Appreciate you jumping in early with us this morning. Connor's got his glasses on. Jamie's got his glasses on. Pat's got his glasses on.
Wow.
Coach
yeah.
not wearing glasses.
Bunch of nerds.
I'm wearing my readers. And our 6 a.m. hour sponsors, our friends at Bradford White Water Heaters. Because Bradford White is here for the pro. I was trying to come up with a positive affirmation this morning with Bob Alt.
You know what mine is?
What was yours?
No lie. Tomorrow H&H is coming out and installing a new air conditioning unit, and I can't wait to be humming.
But you know what, though? It'll be silent.
Yeah.
And your entire house, you're going to have to readjust to what you set your thermostat.
Because I love being cold, and I'm going to...
So you love being cold.
Oh, yeah. When I sleep, I want it down at, like... Honestly, if I had my druthers, and I know they can only be mine.
Yeah, they can only be yours. No one else
like
has your druthers.
60. I would be like...
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Are you Pat Egan?
Yeah, only when I sleep. When I'm awake, I prefer 69.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, of course you do.
We're at the all-star break of air conditioning season.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean the all-star break?
Because my air conditioning season is March to October.
Oh, my gosh.
And it'll stay on from March to October. We're not talking like October 1st it goes off. We're talking about like
we'll turn it off on nice days, but...
As long as you find out, as long as your windows are still really good, and I hope they are, you're going to find out that the system doesn't run like... You're going to be like, wait a minute, our old air conditioner ran all the time.
Yeah. And we're going to be up on the Wi-Fi now.
Oh, it's great.
We're entering a whole new world tomorrow.
Now, we're going to make sure that you have... make sure you got an eye on that, though.
The Wi-Fi?
Because Addie will be messing with it.
Oh, yeah. She's like a 74, 75 person. Psycho stuff.
Our air conditioner's at 74.
Oof. I need a cold.
Connor, you don't have central air, or do you?
I do. Normally, I turn it off during the day.
You want to sweat?
I don't normally sweat. I don't sweat like that. If it's like 76 or 78 or something in the house, I'm fine.
Yeah, 76.
76, 78, you're fine?
That's hot for me.
Absolutely fine.
That's hot for me.
Oh, Addie knows 78's my breaking point.
But 74, I'm fine.
Oh, I start to sweat around 74, 75.
No,
I'll have a blanket on like my legs when I'm sitting there watching the Phillies game if it's like 76 in my house.
What? Oh, my gosh.
I don't do cold weather. I think you guys might be underestimating. Like,
That's not cold, though.
If it is below 80, it's not warm enough for me.
Wow.
Hey, and our morning mind bender from Coach, according to a recent survey by Gallup, 18% of the people surveyed said they do this odd thing before going to bed each night. What is it?
All right, now, just so you guys know, if you turn to your last page there, the answer is on the last page.
Oh, I don't want to look.
Don't
look. No, don't look.
Try and guess.
It's odd, huh?
Something odd they do. I'd say that they eat before going to bed. They have something to eat right before going to bed. They're like Connor. They have full cheeseburgers and stuff on the nightstand in their bedroom.
Nope.
Not me.
That's not it.
Jamie?
Try to sit on the toilet.
18%.
Nope. That's not it either.
Trim their nails.
No.
That is not it.
Rollerblade.
That could be it.
Lay out their next day's outfit.
Oh, that's a
That's
good
Bob
guess.
Cooney.
Yeah.
Bob Cooney does
That's
that.
a good guess.
That's not it, though.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I put out my underwear and shirt.
All right.
You do?
I throw it in the bathroom.
Have intercourse.
For everybody in
Ooh, the
here,
sex stuff.
turn to your last page, and you will see the answer.
I'm not going to turn because those two are. So I'll let them turn and then give the answer
And
out.
see if the answer is that odd.
I do that. I don't think that's odd.
No, that's normal.
That's normal.
What?
What
Why would
is
that
it?
be odd?
18% of the people said they check every door and window to make sure they're locked.
Know what I do?
Now, I don't do the windows, but the doors for sure.
Coach, you know what I will do, though, is if whoever's last to bed goes and gets the app and just goes click
Oh,
and make sure that that's all
that's pretty nice.
done. See, they don't have to do that.
82% of you, I'm breaking into your house.
Wow.
Checking the doors, I get, but checking every
The
door
windows will-
and window.
That's a
Okay,
bit much.
you're
That's weird.
a psychopath.
Yeah.
You're absolutely worried about something that you shouldn't be worried about at that point.
Yeah, the windows is a little extreme. Although we do have some deck windows that are easily accessible. I will check those.
Right. Check them out. Make
Yeah,
sure that they're done.
But that's about it.
Somebody check, and the more faith I show in Aaron Nola, the more I get disappointed. Just last night, and you're not going to win when you score one run. So you weren't going to win that game either way, but he didn't give him a chance. He gave him a chance for a few innings. The offense didn't get going. But he didn't give him a chance. He didn't give him a chance to win last night. And that is one of the very few times this year where I fear Aaron Nola has done that.
Yeah.
That's one of the few times where I've gone, damn, you didn't even give him a chance to win tonight.
Yeah.
But that offense really is struggling.
In the grand scheme of Phillies complaints I have, Aaron Nola's very down.
He doesn't make my
down
top,
the
He
list.
doesn't make my top 6 or 7.
But what you said is still my grave concern. You know, I think they've been playing a little above their fighting weight right now. They need another bat. I mean, really, they need 2.
I think they need a starting pitcher too.
But you see yesterday the Royals start to make some moves where they traded. They opened up some money in the first round draft slot that they traded, and it certainly appears to me as though they're getting ready to sell Whit Merrifield and Andrew Benintendi. The Phillies need a center fielder. They
And
need
Andrew Benintendi, the
a right
Yankees,
fielder.
The Yankees would like him.
Yeah, a lot of teams would like him, and that's kind of my driving force of do something now and set the market and don't wait. You're just going to allow more teams to enter the ring. So go wow the Royals or go wow the Orioles or go wow one of these crap teams and poach their talent and do it now.
Got to do it now. Don't have to wait, Pat.
I'm sticking with you don't need to do it now.
Yeah, you happy with this offense?
Thank you for coming.
Are you happy?
Am I happy? No, but I mean,
Well,
they
then I don't
continue
understand your
like if
strategy.
they had won, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But because they lost and they lost twice in a row,
And they lost-
Sky is falling.
No, it's not
Potentially-
Sky's falling.
And they
It's
potentially
been
lost
Sky
Alec
is
Boehm.
falling, guys. It's been Sky is falling since Bryce Harper went out.
And you potentially
I get
lose
it.
Alec Boehm, too.
100%. Well, you were to lose Alec Boehm anyway for the Toronto series.
Well, of course, because he's
his
a noted
vaccination issues,
epidemiologist.
So I'm sticking with, you don't need to make a move right this second. Now, after the Toronto series, I might change my mind a little bit, but I think every time they win, we go, okay, it'd be nice if they made a
every
move.
time they win, I go,
lose,
oh, they're playing above their weight and they're getting lucky.
Yeah, but they're getting lucky a lot then because they keep winning a lot.
I mean, look at this lineup. Who are you happy with?
I'm not happy with anybody. As I said, it doesn't make any sense of why they win, but they're winning.
There's 2 guys. It's Reese and it's Schwarber.
Doesn't make any sense. It's like the hummingbird.
Exactly. So if it doesn't make any sense,
Wait a minute, I thought it was the bumblebee.
It is.
That
It's
made
both.
no
The
sense.
hummingbird and the bumblebee. It makes no physiological sense of why they can
They both have wings.
can
flap
fly.
The
The size of the wings, Connor.
The amount of
and then the body size.
The hummingbird now gets added to the bumblebee. And is the bumblebee different than the carpenter bee?
I don't know that.
Carpenter bees are the friendly ones, right? They're
The
not
black
gonna,
ones. They do not bite you.
They're not going to
They're
sting
not
you.
going to sting.
My bee knowledge
But
only
they
goes
are
so
going
far.
to
Well, bees also
they-
die when they sting
They
you,
do,
right?
Yeah.
I think that's mythology.
They're about that
No,
life.
that's correct.
No, that
Yeah,
is-
I think when they lose
that
their
is correct.
stinger, they die.
They die.
Right, I thought that was
Very much
mythology.
so, Jed.
Coach, knows stuff.
Coach, you're gonna have to research.
I think that is mythology.
Get on that B website and find out.
I don't think that is a 100%. But
the Phillies
see.
lost their stinger and Bryce Harper, and my fear is they're gonna die offensively.
I don't think they're gonna dig themselves such a hole by the August 2nd deadline that it's really gonna matter to.
Well, what do you do now with Alec Boehm?
Well, it looks like it's just a dislocation.
Right, I understand, but what's that going to be? Till the All-Star
They're
break.
saying he might not even go on the injured list.
Yeah, but he
They
might
don't know
not.
yet.
But he might not play
probably.
till after the All-Star break.
Okay, so you lose him for what, 3 games?
5 games?
He was already gone for 2.
Yeah, he was already gone for 2
Whatever, you'll be fine.
because of O Canada. Canoes are the original off-road vehicle in Maine. You can rent one for an entirely different point of view. Visit Maine.com. The message is sponsored to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. So
I wish I had your guys' optimism.
I don't have that optimism.
You usually are the optimist.
He is,
Yeah,
Billy Mumford.
I see 2 of 9 guys contributing offensively. I mean, Nick Castellanos stinks right now.
Come on over, man.
JT, I thought he was turning. He's just average.
Sometimes you can't explain it, Jamie.
But you know
I
what,
know.
though? You got 3 more years of JT, so it's all right.
I mean, he's fine. I don't really care about the money. They're
He
just
doesn't either.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
The rest of the team's just not good offensively.
Coach knows stuff.
Here it is,
The
Coach.
B.
So it seems as though the only honeybees die after stinging.
Correct.
So due to the sting becoming lodged into the human skin, thus injuring the bee as it tries to fly away.
Just a honeybee.
Honeybees,
Bees
correct.
can,
That's a bee.
bees can sting
Yeah,
you.
what are you saying? Correct? You sit there and said it was
You mean
a
just
myth
a honeybee?
5
There are
seconds
other
ago.
bees
Aren't
than
most
honeybees.
bees honeybees?
Yeah, but we were talking bees, and you said it was
There
a
are all
myth.
kinds of bees. I asked
You
about
said
the
it was a
carpenter
myth.
bee and other things because
You
other
said
bees
it was
don't.
a myth.
Bees do not sting.
That
There are other bees that can sting you.
What's your
and
Mount
they can
Rushmore
live.
of bees?
I mean, I think when you say bee, everybody
Honey's
assumes honeybee.
Honey's
Yeah.
gotta be up there.
Have you ever had a wood
Carpenter.
deck?
Who the
Yeah.
hell is thinking carpenter bee as the number
Anyone
one bee?
who's had
Salt
a
Lake City
anyone who's
bees.
had a wood deck.
I got a carpenter bee that hangs
the
around.
AAA team.
there you go.
So part of the reason why the honeybee
Killer
dies is
bees.
because the stinger is attached to the bee's abdomen.
Ooh,
Oh.
And when
Jeez.
the stinger
doesn't sound
becomes
good.
dislodged,
Rips
it,
their
rips the ab.
Ooh.
Let me hear.
I like Connor's list of bees, by the way.
Let me hear from, since we're talking science, let's
bee
talk to
knowledge.
noted scientist and economic expert JT Realmuto on why he won't be playing in Canada.
I mean, yeah, it's an extremely unfortunate situation. Obviously, my teammates know how I feel about them and how bad I want to be out there with them, but it's just unfortunate that I'm not able to make the trip.
What are your reservations with the team?
I mean, I'm a healthy 31-year-old professional athlete that I just didn't feel a need to get it. I've had COVID a couple of times and super mild symptoms back when it first came out. And when it came time to decide whether I needed a vaccine or not, I talked with a couple of doctors that I knew and told them my story and really decided I didn't think I needed it. I wasn't going to take it just because I was told to, basically. So
Even if they're not missing, because you're going to forfeit a good amount of salary.
yeah, but I mean, what's money when I'm not going to let Canada tell me what I do and don't put in my body for a little bit of money? It's just not worth it for me.
For a little bit of money. Do you know the average home in Philadelphia he could buy with that little bit of money?
Yeah, 265.
He could pay it off. He could pay the house off. But JT Realmuto, it's a little bit of
Do
money.
you know what I'd put in my body for $200,000?
$260,000.
You know who I'd put in my body for $200,000? Like, who am I kidding?
Back
Who
off,
are you
Antonio.
kidding? It's the truth.
Like, that is a ton of money.
He
Clinical trials, call my name. Because, like, that is ridiculous.
JT.
A little bit of money.
JT, don't be absolutely tone deaf. It's just a little bit of money. And I'm not going to be told what to do. Now, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Going to a brand new doctor, getting the full physical done and everything with the new doctor. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trust my doctor
Yeah.
to tell me what to do. And you know what? I bet you when JT goes to the other doctors, he trusts that they know. But he talked to a couple doctors that told him what to do. He can do what he wishes. It's up to him. The idea is it's unfortunate that I can't be there to help my teammates because they all know I want to be there for them. That's a load of crap because that's not true because you can be there with them. No one's keeping you from being there with them. You got to do that. You made the choice. Now, you're free to make the choice. I'm not going to kill him for whatever choice he makes for himself. He gets to make that choice. It's up to him. But the fact is, a little bit of money, yeah, $260,000 means nothing to JT Realmuto. And I think people
Must
need to
be
think about
nice.
this. When you're talking about that, more than $250,000 to miss 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give up a little bit of money.
I understand, like, for him.
It's such a condescending.
Yeah. it's for him that is a little bit of money, but it's so
gotta realize-
it's so tone deaf. And from everything I've heard about this guy, that is who he is. Like he's just a tone deaf J.O.
He's a bit tone deaf.
Who's going to sit there and go a little bit of money. I wish I could be with my team. You can, jackass. You can.
I'm going to ask this question then. And I'll ask the question, and I'll put it out there publicly. And I've held back on this, asking this about JT
Say it
Realmuto.
with your chest.
JT, if it's just a little bit of money, $260,000, how much do you charge to sign an autograph? Do you charge for autographs? Do you charge for things? How much do you charge for an autograph? If $260,000 is just a little bit of money,
I know. What's a
then why would
$25
you not?
ball?
Why would you not take a pen and sign your autograph? If $260 is just a little bit of money, why are you caring about peanuts then to get to sign an autograph for fans?
Got him.
And you may want to look into that story and find out what JT Realmuto about signing autographs or taking a selfie with a fan.
Roasted.
I would suggest if $260,000 is just a little bit of money, then why the hell are you caring about signing an autograph for fans?
Keep going.
May want to check that out.
Get his ass.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com.
Got him.
That?
That's my guy right there. That's my guy.
What is that commercial where the voices go, where the voice comes and says, like, after the person goes, like, delicious. I can't remember. Is it the...
I don't know.
There's a commercial where the voice comes in after whatever they say. Oh, after binging that show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like, I think it's the Wawa Chips Ahoy stuff. It's like binging season 3 of that show. Binging season 3 of that show. First of all, how do you also drink Chips Ahoy through a straw, Pat? Or do you, or when you get a Chips Ahoy smoothie, do you scoop it?
I don't.
Is it more like
I don't get them. I don't.
You've never tried
I'm
one?
not a Chip Ahoy guy.
Can I challenge you?
Yeah, I'm not. I grew up
How
with my
are you
mom
not a Chips
because
Ahoy
I grew up with my mom making homemade cookies. So when I got Chip Ahoy,
we've tasted his mom's cookies.
So when I got Chip Ahoy, I was like, these are so
lame
subpar.
compared to you.
Yeah, that I just I don't like them.
Wait, are you saying Chip Ahoy?
Yeah, it's Chips Ahoy.
There's
Thought it was
multiple
chip.
chips. There's not just one chip.
Wait,
in the
there's
cookie.
multiple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now he's going
that
to try them.
changes things.
And
That's why
it's not
it's Chips Ahoy.
Like, it's not
That's-
apostrophe.
So my mother was getting Chip Ahoy, the knockoff version, with just
Yeah.
one big chip in the
Whoa,
center.
whoa, whoa.
Those are pretty good. The
Betty-
peanut butter ones with the Hershey Kiss.
Now,
Ooh,
Betty
love that.
Kincade she's over at Saints Peter and Paul. We love you, Mom. Where she rests her eternal soul. She bought the freaking knockoff Oreos. Sometimes. What are they called? Hydrox.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm like, Mom.
Hydrox sounds like a cleaning
What?
solution.
Like,
You're eating
yeah,
Hydrox?
my mom bought Hydrox cookies. Sometimes. Not all the time. Because usually Doc would roll through a sleeve. Doc's favorite thing to do was to eat the sleeve of cookies and leave 2 at the bottom.
Yeah. Everybody knows
He'd
that
leave
guy.
2. Then I
didn't
would
finish them.
And then I would eat the 2. You got it.
Yeah. John finished them.
I'd eat the 2, and Betty would invariably say, "Who finished the cookies?" And I'd go, "I did." And she'd go, "You're not supposed." I think there were 2 because
Yeah.
Doc had stuffed his face full of all the cookies.
The next generation move, they have the Oreos now that only open in the middle, so you don't have to fully take them out of the
yeah, but you know what though? I
packaging.
can't get them out of the side.
That's
when
why
I've
you
done that.
reach in and eat the side sleeve and the side sleeve and just leave the middle so people think it's full. And that way you can sneak some cookies.
Devil, stay away from me because Oreos are something.
I love
No,
Oreos.
they are totally on the Copair hit list.
Yeah. And Chips Ahoy. Both
Yeah,
of them.
They need to come up with a way for them to not get in your teeth so bad, and then Oreos will be perfected.
How much do I love the addition of A.J. Brown to the Eagles? Well, I love it that he's entertaining.
He certainly is a good Twitter follow.
I love it that he gives us things to talk about. His vehement defense of Jalen Hurts, to me, inspiring. I love that he wants to defend his guy.
Yeah, that
I
was
al-
probably the best thing to come out of yesterday.
But I will also tell you this. There is 0% chance, not 1% chance, 0% chance that I would ever sit behind this microphone and question reporting on the Philadelphia Eagles done by Derek Gunn. You guys know him even better than I do. Far better than I do, in fact. I have no reason to ever question Derek Gunn. He is not a hot take artist.
No.
He is not a guy saying, look at me for attention. If Derek Gunn says something, he has checked it, he's verified
Yeah.
it, he's thought about it before putting it down to print or putting it out there on the air. And he's done that.
Yeah.
And Derek Gunn did that on a local radio
Sports
show.
Talk with Sports Takes, excuse me,
With Rob Ellis.
Rob Ellis and Barrett Brooks.
Can we hear it?
I don't get too hyped about OTAs, mini camps, and even training camp because it's controlled. But when I asked a few people back in late May about where Jalen Hurts was in his progress, one person said, let me just give you a scenario of what he went through one day of practice. It was a 10-play scenario. He had 3 picks, 4 incompletions, and 3 sacks. That was his 10-play series, okay?
Other than that, it was a great 10 plays.
And I followed up with, so what are you thinking? And the answer was, he's got a ways to go.
I don't have a problem with he's got a ways to go, and I also am not going to take a sample size of a crappy segment we did last Wednesday.
Sure.
And say, oh, well, that was a crappy week. But there is zero. A.J. Brown takes to social media to say that it wasn't true.
I think Lane Johnson did as well.
I got to tell you, I have zero reason to believe that Derek Gunn would ever misrepresent. I don't think Derek Gunn looks for attention. I think Derek Gunn just does a damn good job.
And he's also citing somebody within or close to the organization that he heard this from.
And I don't believe he would make up somebody to say something
Derek
like that.
has worked way too long and gained too much respect to question that. It's something he heard. Look, it's practice. Like, I don't really care about stat lines in practice, ultimately. I don't think it's a big deal. Do I have my concerns about Jalen Hurts? Absolutely.
Yes.
But if he struggles in one practice, I'm not going to go, oh, well, this season's lost.
Yeah, it's
you know
done.
what I mean? It's just like, give the guy a chance. Maybe he was working on something that day.
Maybe it was a footwork thing.
Yeah, maybe there was context to the drill we didn't understand. Whatever it was, I don't think it's a big deal. But I do think people within that organization have concerns about him.
I'm with you, though. I love how A.J. Brown handled this.
I enjoy
that.
it.
It was
that
funny.
Tweet was...
The T.O. McNabb thing was funny.
Yeah, that was what got me.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was what got me.
One of us.
And I think he handled it perfectly because I think normally, your teammates want to. It's a good thing that they wanted to come to the defense of Jalen
Absolutely.
Hurts.
But you also, like me, have no doubts that Derek Gunn.
100%.
Correct. I mean, there's
The
no.
gun we're talking about. It's
I mean,
not,
players
not Connor.
squashing a report having their guys back is nothing new. It's as old as time.
Correct. And I don't think it's anything personal against Derek Gunn.
No.
I think it's
And also A.J.
We're trying
Brown.
to defend our guy. But D. Gunn, if you're talking about hot take media in this town, he is absolutely at the rock bottom
Yeah.
of that ever.
And A.J. Brown, look, he's new here. The tweet was hilarious.
I love the
he doesn't
tweet.
He doesn't know Derek Gunn. Like, he doesn't
Correct.
know what Derek Gunn's.
You know what, though?
Go talk to Brandon Graham about Derek Gunn, and go talk to these other guys that have personal relationships with him. They'll tell you.
I guarantee you when he arrived in town, he was told about Derek Gunn.
Probably.
And told that here's one of the good guys that you can trust in our business.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the only thing I took out of it is that I just wanted to clarify with people is that, look, I love the tweet.
Yeah, it's funny.
I loved it because it's funny and
You can believe the report and love the tweet.
absolutely.
Because I'm doing it now. I'm living that life.
You're living that life.
I'm walking.
Hey, Tyler in Levittown wanted to check in with us early here. Tyler, good morning.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up, Tyler?
Not much. I'm just trying to find out why you guys have such a problem with JT not wanting to go to Canada. I mean, it's his own choice, and this is America, right?
Oh, yeah, it is his own choice, and that is Canada. It is his own choice. But you know what, Tyler, what job are you going to do today?
I'm an electrician, actually.
Okay, good. Okay, so you're an electrician. Is $260,000 a little bit of money to you?
I mean, sure. Why not? The average.
Oh, it's a little bit of money to you? Really?
Why are we worrying about the money thing?
Because, Tyler, he brought it up. Nobody else. He brought it up.
I need to become an electrician.
No, Tyler. He brought up the money. Nobody else brought up the money. He did.
Why he wasn't going to Canada?
Because he said $260,000 was a little.
He didn't want the vaccination.
And he said because $260,000 is just a little bit of money and it's not worth it.
That's not the point. He doesn't want.
No, Tyler, you can make the point whatever you want. He brought up the money, not us.
He's been doing lately because that's all I've been hearing.
Because he's stealing money.
I really like this show a lot. But you guys are really, really killing it. Man.
What are you killing with what, Tyler?
I'm saying I love this show, but you guys are killing me with this vaccination talk. It's like, dude,
We've talked about vaccination talk. What are we talking about?
for 5
What are you
minutes.
talking about?
For 2 years, we've been done with this, and you guys are still finding a way to bring it up. I just don't get it.
Tyler, he brought it. It's him bringing it up, Tyler.
Am I crazy?
This is not us bringing this up. He made himself center stage with this.
This is a news story. It's not.
This isn't us bringing up the first of all, how many times have we talked about the vaccine?
Not very
10
often.
times in a year and a half? Because it always is brought up as a sports story.
It's always brought up when one of our teams heads to Canada because
Correct.
they have extreme
like
rules.
Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, that's
like anything else. Come on,
and it's
Tyler.
worth mentioning when it's good players who you're losing.
Correct. And
I'm a Phillies fan.
And he brought up the money, Tyler, not us.
Look, at this point, I don't care if you get the vaccination or not. What I care about is the Phillies are going up to Toronto, and they're having to do a bullpen game because they don't have a starting pitcher, and they're having to start Drew Stubbs because they don't have their starting catcher. That's what I care about.
And I also say, Tyler, he has that right. I'm not telling him he has to get the vaccine. If wants to, if that's the mountain he wants to die on, he can die on that mountain.
But I do appreciate.
And he can take it.
I do appreciate Tyler listening.
We do appreciate Tyler listening.
We do.
All right,
you like the show.
Coming up, dominating in the ratings in 2022, the NFL is laying waste to everyone yet again. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, when storms hit, the last thing that you want to deal with is water in your basement because you got a hassle, you got a mess, and you got costs that are damaging your largest investment. And that's why I want you to protect your home with the trusted experts at DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. You know, DryTech is going to offer expert waterproofing solutions for any situation. Let's say you got a damp basement. Let's say you have a foundation issue or an unhealthy mold environment. You got to check out my friends at DryTech Waterproofing Solutions because they're there to help, and their team will work to manage the problems that come from your basement and other areas where water can creep in. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions will help you rest easy. You're going to know your home's safe, and you won't have the stress of dealing with your basement or your crawl space problems ever again. And they uncover potential issues you may not even know before the damage is created. DryTech's pros treat your home as if it's their own with the care and experience you can rely on. Mention the ad. Mention the Kincade Show, get 15% off your service. Mention the Kincade Show, and you get 15% off your service with DryTech Waterproofing Solutions, where you protect your investment at drytechcorp.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher. So donate today at carsforkids.org.
Hey, it's Ricky Bo for Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook. Swing for the fences this week when you make a first-time deposit using the code DERBY on the Baseball Home Run Derby. Signing up is super easy with the Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook app or at betrivers.com. Deposit $100 to receive a free Bet Rivers bet for any home run hit. Or deposit $250 and get the total home runs for the entire Derby as free Bet Rivers bets. This offer is valid through July 18th. So download the Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook app today and use code DERBY when you make your first-time deposit. Visit betrivers.com to see all the latest odds, boosts, and promotions running this baseball season. Bet with a winner. Bet with Bet Rivers. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Bet Rivers is presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. You must be 21 to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 24-count crayons and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Other banks go out of their way to make redeeming credit card rewards needlessly complicated, like how they require minimums or force you to use your rewards before reaching some arbitrary expiration date. But Discover isn't like that. With Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time, so you'll never have to jump through hoops. Unless you're like a trapezist, then by all means, go right ahead. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
This is your captain speaking. You better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I noticed my passport was due to expire, so I went to Staples. I got a passport photo in 10 minutes, so we're good to go.
Now at Staples, get 20% off travel products when you purchase a passport photo. Get travel ready at Staples, your one-stop travel prep destination.
Hey, let me tell you about another time that Staples saved my caboose. That all started back.
N731, in-store only. Excludes Instacart orders, certain products, services, and technology. See staplesconnect.com/services/travel for details.
Hey, hot dogs, sausages.
Maybe instead of using a stadium vendor to feed the office, we should have just ordered through Easy Cater.
I got nachos here. Nachos?
Yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at first, but it is kind of disruptive.
Cheesesteak here. Who wants a cheesesteak?
Over here.
Coming at you.
Oh, right in the face.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
When it's getting heated, Philly, Dunkin' is keeping it calm, cool, and cold brew. With an ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one topped with brown sugar cold foam coolness. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'. Price of participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Whether you were a day one listener or have just joined the party, we're glad to have you here. It's the John Kincade Show. It's continuing now
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Our friends at Martin Law are Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation for yourself today at paworkinjury.com. And we do appreciate Tyler listening. Tyler, though, we cannot ignore when Matisse Thybulle's vaccination status becomes a story and affects the team's opportunity to win. We cannot ignore the story. When JT Realmuto's vaccination status affects the Phillies' chances to win, and then he decides to take an open mic and just riff, we cannot. We cannot ignore it. And honestly, the thing that, as I said, in case you missed it, Tyler, just again, and I think we all sort of feel the same way, he's entitled to not get the vaccine.
That's fine.
I don't care. Look, if
everybody in this room is like, if he wants to not take the vaccine, he's entitled to. I think it's ridiculous when someone says to me, well, I talked to a couple doctors and they told me to not take it. I think it's great. I think the 31-year-old man that doesn't do it says, I'm a healthy 31-year-old man. Why do I have to take it? I've had COVID twice already. That's cool. And I know many people who've had, remember too, the vaccine doesn't keep you from getting COVID, keeps you from dying from COVID. But I guess JT doesn't have adult parents. I guess JT doesn't have a kid with breathing issues. I guess JT doesn't have elderly people in his life that he interacts with that he would be helping to protect.
Might be fortunate.
That's it. He gets to, and then he gets to make that, but he gets to make that choice. And none of us are telling him he has to do it. But when you open up the mic and then you start riffing and you go, yeah, and it's not worth it for me for a little bit of money, and it's $260,000. Honestly, you sound like an elitist snob.
Look, I'll throw my hand up. If this was Andrew Bellotti, who, by the way, is tonight's starter, I would not.
Then who would start tonight?
It's a good point.
I'm actually shocked the bullpen. Look, I set the line at 6.5 or 7.5, and your unders
What?
Cash.
We knew Aaron Nola because Aaron Nola couldn't. And again,
and they moved him up in the rotation.
But
to
like
get
Corey
him a start.
Knievel, I thought maybe, I figured there was going to be at least 2 or 3 bullpen guys. And the bullpen.
We work with people that haven't gotten vaxxed. Like, whatever. At this point, like as Tyler said, it's been 2 years. If you're not going to get vaxxed now, you're not going to get it probably ever.
Correct.
So at this point, it's like I'm more mad that there are impact players not heading up in a key series. It's the same thing with Matisse. If Matisse Thybulle was Furcan, I probably wouldn't care. Matisse Thybulle is one of the key members off the bench. That's why I cared.
And Tyler,
let's be real.
And again, to Tyler is I absolutely am the least. Like I was spent a large part of the pandemic in an area where they opened up earliest, unmasked earliest, and I was a supporter of that. And so, to me, I mean, I'm not telling JT what to do. JT can do whatever he wants to do. But the minute you open your mouth and the minute you make a statement, you then have to be able to defend it.
Yeah, I think JT revealed in one line his real beliefs on it. And it was, I'm not going to let Canada tell me what I do and don't put in my body. I think that's his real reason.
I'm not going to be told what to do.
Basically. And
that's what he said.
And that's
I'm not
fine.
going to be told what to do.
And he owns that, and that's what it is. I am a Phillies fan, and I'm just annoyed that we don't have a starting third baseman and a starting catcher in an already kind of hit-or-miss offensive lineup. And, I don't feel great about these 2 games.
By the way, if I was not vaxxed, I would be the exact same way as JT. Like, I'm not letting another country tell me what I'm putting in my body. But with that said, it's the message that JT said when he was questioned about it of, I want to be out there so badly. And
that's a
little bit of money. It screams tone deaf.
If we were an AL East team and this was a more regular occurrence going to Toronto, this would be a problem.
Right.
But they are fortunate that they only go to Canada for two games.
Yeah, that's the fortunate part. It's only 2 games.
Yeah. If this was a more regular thing, I think there would be a lot more outrage. Right now, it's just a high level of annoyance for me, and that's about it.
Hey, the NFL continuing to dominate in 2022. And how does it dominate? The top 7 shows of the year on network television, on broadcast television, and 13 of the top 14 top-rated television shows were all NFL games. The State of the Union address is the only one that counted in the top 14.
Really?
And it was 8th. But here's the deal is, Pat, they made a change. They now counted every single network that aired the State of the Union and added them all together.
Okay. Yeah.
That's cheating. So in other words, the NFL has the top 15 rated shows of the year. And Olympic the night of the Olympics, the coverage that followed the Super Bowl cracked the top 15.
Wow.
So I mean, it's amazing how much the NFL dominates. The NFL had 22 of the top 25 rated shows.
Wow.
I mean, in the movie Concussion, there's the line of like the NFL owns a day of the week.
Yes.
Until that movie, I never really thought about it, but it's so true, and you can make an argument that the NFL owns multiple days of the week.
Well, they 100% own Sunday.
I mean, we work in the industry, so it's a little bit different. But if you don't work in the industry, there's a pretty good chance if you're a diehard football fan that you are planning vacations and outings around NFL Sundays.
We do. We do in our house. We have. I already know. Here's the dates. Don't schedule me for something. Sunday Night Football has been the highest rated program in America for 15 straight years.
That's unbelievable.
Sunday Night Football. Now remember how
I
big,
worked on that.
It's only going to get bigger too with betting.
I would agree with you.
With sports gambling being legalized in more and more states, it's only going to get bigger.
It really is crazy. It's going to be nuts. But the NFL. Continues. Congratulations on your success, I think is what you guys would say.
I think I was entitled to an Emmy, if I'm not mistaken, and I never filed the paperwork.
Didn't you have to pay for it,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think so.
You didn't?
You gotta pay
it was.
How much was it?
Yeah, but no,
it wasn't the money thing. It was
not a lot. It's not
some thousand because JT's got it.
No, I think it's like.
It wasn't that.
No, I think it's like
Jamie's pulling a JT real news over here.
I think it's like 175.
I was going to say it's like under 200.
It's like 175.
I would gladly
pay for
pay
the Emmy.
It just kind of slipped through the cracks type of thing. Now it's too long.
Jamie's our JT Real Muto pulling the little bit of money.
Slip through the cracks?
I don't know. I'm an idiot.
Because Jamie's not going to let Big TV tell him what he has to buy.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just
for a little bit of money.
Because I was the the highest man on the totem pole. You know what I mean? So it's just like, do I really deserve that?
Remember that highest man in the totem pole, least prestige.
I'll take any award, even if I don't deserve it. I don't care. You gotta give me
fair point.
Connor's back there making his own awards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a great thing with there used to be this throwaway newspaper And that's not right. I shouldn't say that.
The Metro?
No, there was a throwaway newspaper in my old city that had, that you just got for free as you left any, like if you would leave a PJ Wellahans or something, you'd pick this up on the way out. And every year they used to do the top best radio show, top radio personalities, everything like that. And so you'd have guys in our market that'd be like, vote for me in the best radio personality thing of this throwaway newspaper. And we would just refuse to participate and literally mock it, going, really? Well, that doesn't mean anything. That isn't it. An Emmy means something.
Yeah, Emmy means something. We have people in this market.
Not.
There's a March Madness bracket of Philadelphia sports talk personalities that comes out, and people will quote tweet it and say vote for me and stuff like that. So yeah, we care about that type of stuff. I would definitely
vote for the other guy.
That's fair.
Well, you
that might
too.
be an
He was a
ego
legend.
thing.
Ray Didinger.
You got wiped out by Ray Didinger.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
in
seriously.
his retirement year, we didn't stand a chance.
And more importantly,
I voted for Ray.
Ray Diddy. Yeah, that was.
You played
I
Duke
saw
on the
Pat.
Coach K retirement
I
tour,
walked
man.
up
Like,
to
you got
Pat
no
on the
shot.
screen, and he had a look, and he's like, what do I do?
I think I said I also voted for Ray.
He got clubbed over, you're getting clubbed over the head. Ray Didinger.
I'm not going to be an idiot here. I mean, it's me versus Ray.
It's a shame because that Ray is. If we ever tell the untold story of Ray Didinger, I mean, you've worked with him before.
Yeah.
You ever tell the untold story of that guy?
Produced many of their shows.
It's unbelievable.
All right, well, I've never met him, but I hear he's just a great guy.
He's the worst.
He's the one.
Meanie.
No, Pat
kicks puppies.
Pat, he would hate you.
Just a real jerk.
Pat, he would hate you.
I think we get along. I got to be honest with you. I think we get along.
He would say, "Don't talk to me for a year."
No, he's a great dude.
He's a fantastic person. We got some FanFest tickets to give away. FanDuel Sportsbook presents FanFest 2022. Saturday, October 1st from 1 to 5 p.m. at Xfinity Live. You got to be 21 to enter. We got a pair of tickets to give away right now. How about two pairs? Two pairs of tickets to give away
two.
right now at 215-263-0975. 215-263-0975.
And you get to say hi to the coach.
Get to say hi to Coach?
Wow.
There you go. Coach will say hi to you. Say, Coachy, Coach. Did it say it like that?
No.
Coachy, Coach.
No.
We've let this slide too long. The D-Train one was okay.
D-Train one was really good.
This one. No.
By the way, yesterday, the amount of people that called and said, how you doing?
We should tell
had a million.
Tell Coach you know nothing. Because Coach likes to pride himself on knowing
Okay,
stuff.
tell Coach you know nothing, and you'll do that. In the linchpin, Jamie wants to talk about the power rankings.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah.
We don't usually do power rankings on the show. This is
I always look at them just to see how I feel about my team living in the little aquarium bowl here is what the national kind of coverage thinks. So I saw The Athletic yesterday, which I love. I check out daily pretty much. And I saw MLB Power Rankings. And the title was The Cardinals Need Some Help and the Phillies Are Thriving. So the Phillies Are Thriving line made me dive in. And in my head, I was kind of thinking, they're in that 13, 14 range. Turns out The Athletic has them in the top 10, which kind of... It's not like, earth-shattering news.
And by the way, that's all of the beat
baseball.
writers of The Athletic voting and doing their power rankings. So it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, they lead off with the Yankees at 1. They're at a torrid pace. My God, the Yankees are good.
Did you just do duh? Or duh in a while.
Duh. The Houston Astros 2. The Dodgers 3. The Mets 4. Those are kind of like, and the Braves 5. Those are kind of like the heavy hitters right now. Then it's the Padres, the Brewers, and you could make the case the Phillies beat the Brewers.
They did?
The Boston Red Sox, and then your Philadelphia Phillies. And, they moved up from 14th, the last power rankings they did. But I was just kind of surprised to see them in a top 10 because I don't really consider them a top 10 team right now. You know what I mean?
I don't consider them a top 10 team, but there are some numbers that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But yes.
Like we talked about yesterday, like, 1 game difference from the 2008 Phillies record. The run differential I think they're the third best in the National League. There are things you can stack up where you go, no, this is viable. But I just don't feel like they're a top 10 team yet. And maybe that's just me, but I just see too many holes.
Yeah, because it's their lineup.
It's not 1 or 2 holes. It's like
it's
4 or 5 holes.
It's a lot. It makes no sense on why they continue to do what they do. But you can't ignore it after a while. And I guess baseball, whoever created this power ranking can't ignore it at this point. It's been a month.
The final
the bullpen's
line
been the best bullpen in baseball
for 3 weeks. Yeah,
it's really though. It is strange though that we almost feel apologetic to believe it.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird
you
feeling.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Pat earlier, Pat and Connor are both like, let's wait. That sort of let's wait.
I don't have Philly's optimism.
I don't have the same optimism they do either, but I am enjoying the ride.
Yes.
But I still feel like there could be another shoe to drop.
The final line of the Phillies recap here is the Phils will need some help to keep this all up, but they're sitting right now in the last wild card spot. So odds are Dave Dombrowski will swing something interesting at the deadline. That's how I feel. I just want to accelerate that deadline. I want the Phillies deadline to be like July 18th.
Well, you know what the deadline is? 21 days from today.
Yeah. And
3 weeks away.
The closer you wait, the more teams are going to get involved. That third wild card open, I think it changes the trade market in a big way, and maybe a bigger than a lot of people realize way.
Well, I would say, too, as we talk about those, whether you wait or not, the Braves and the Royals agreed to trade Monday.
Yeah.
Now, the
Braves are going to make moves.
The Braves
I know
traded one of their prospects that they've talked about since the day he was drafted.
He was like a third prospect for them?
Drew Waters
is that the power bat?
And he's
26 at Double-A.
And exactly. Drew Waters has been talked about forever as being this guy who was coming. He never.
Is he projected as a first baseman?
He never pushed enough. Like, it's one of those things where he just never pushed enough to crack their lineup. So they finally trade him, and they've got a relationship with the Royals because the guy who runs the Royals has ties to the Braves organization.
Like, if the Braves go out and get a Benintendi or Whit Merrifield or something, that's going to annoy me.
Well, the Braves now get the number 35 pick in the draft.
Yeah,
it was more about getting the
$2.2 million
getting that
slot
back.
The money, yeah, because the Phillies enter the draft with the 27th lowest amount of money they can spend at the top 10
Okay,
picks.
explain that a little bit.
So basically, on where every pick has a allotted money that a team will get, tied to it. Now you can, and then obviously after the 10 rounds, you take all of that allotted money and you get a pool of money, and you can spend that pool however you want. That's why Mickey Moniak goes one. He gave them a bargain of a contract, and they took Kevin Gowdy, too, who costs more than slot. He costs above slot. So the Braves wanted to get more slot money, and by acquiring the draft pick, they got more slot money. So that's one of the reasons they made the pick. It wasn't necessarily to get that high-level pick, because in baseball, it's different than any other sport. In baseball, you're not taking the best player available. You're taking signable players, or in the case of like Mickey Moniak, as I said, a player that you know will sign for less so you can grab a guy in the second round. I think Carlos Correa is another example of he was ranked 7th, the 7th best prospect. He went 1 to the Houston Astros because they knew that they could get Lance McCullers, who had signability issues in the second round. They gave him above slot money. So that's why the Braves made that move, is to get the slot money, which the Phillies don't have a ton of because they gave up their second round pick when they signed Nick Castellanos.
Is one of those names, though? Like, give me a Phillies prospect name that you heard about forever.
Jalen Ortiz.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the immediate one that came to mind.
Well, Drew Waters has been talked about in Atlanta for 5-6 seasons. People being just like the excitement of Drew Waters. Drew Waters is going to crash on, it seems like. It just doesn't.
I would say O'Hoppy's the new
Hoppy should be
raging name.
Yeah, by the way, he should be.
One. Yeah, I'd love to do an outing as a show or otherwise up to Lehigh or one of the other areas to see some of these guys before they come up.
Lehigh's great.
I still haven't done the Lehigh trip, and I really, really want to, and it's just my own, I guess.
I went up there a couple of years ago with a guy we know, and it was a really, really nice, beautiful stadium.
Yeah, I've heard it's cool.
Connor, are you coming with us on our outing that day, or are you going to go to the box? Or are you not going to go?
No, I'll probably
on the 27th. What do you mean you're probably?
Yeah. Oh, we're
a
talking about the. Yeah,
I need a commitment.
You were
if you're
specific.
Coming.
I thought you were talking about some Lehigh thing. Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, good. Okay,
yeah,
I just want to make sure.
Come on, man. I'm at everything.
And Connor, if you decide to get engaged at the game, I would suggest you visit Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton.
Ladies, you hear that?
Named South Jersey Magazine's best bridal jewelry store for 2022. Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Hey, Pat, you were talking about it, and it's something we just discussed a little bit earlier on reporting. And I want to spin this out a little bit. We all are very much we're all in the D Gunn camp. And it's not just because Derek Gunn has a relationship with this radio station. It's just that Derek Gunn has, we have tons of respect for him.
He has a track record
yes.
of being right a lot and I was amazed at the backlash that he got, not from Eagles players, because look, that they're defending their guy, and that's actually a good sign that they were so quick to defend him. But what amazed me was the backlash from Eagles fans, because as we said, like, this is probably the most trusted news source regarding Eagles inside information. The past 10, 15 years is Derek Gunn. But also, this is the most believable thing to come out of Eagles camp. Is completely. The guy that we all go, giant question mark entering the season, right? Goes and changes his mechanics. This is the most believable thing, that he is struggling in 7-on-7s or the 10 series or whatever. Now, it might be because he's trying new stuff out. It might be because he's not, comfortable with his mechanics that he's
trying
working
too hard, maybe.
Whatever it is. But when I saw it, I went, yeah, that fits. Like, that's believable that he was struggling. Because I don't think he's a good quarterback, and I threw the flag on him as did Jamie. And I hope I'm wrong, but what amazes me is, like, this is not a report that Tom Brady was struggling or that Justin Herbert was struggling or, pick Patrick Mahomes. Like, this is a report of a guy that nobody knows if he's a good quarterback, and from everything we've seen, it's been subpar results throwing the football, and the report is a 10-play drill where he's throwing the football. And he wasn't good at it. So why are we surprised about this? We shouldn't be.
Yeah. The thing that was troubling to me about it was I saw people on Twitter starting to question D. Gunn.
That's what pissed me off.
And I was like, wait a second here. He did 2 decades of, right by the players in the locker room. He's well respected within that organization and by that team and the players.
His media peers, he's respected.
Yeah, like incredibly respected. So he's not a guy that has narratives or cares about any of that crap. So when I saw people like, oh, no, I can't believe D. Gunn went this route, too. It's like, why aren't you believing it? Because Jalen Hurts has a ton of people that like him. The intangibles, we don't need to get into it. People like the kid. I like the kid. But I'm not going to die on a narrative in my mind. Just the same way I don't think he's the guy. If he's the guy, I'll fully admit that I'm wrong. I'm not going to just die on this hill of, my narrative has to be right. So now I'm going to question D. Gunn. It's no, D. Gunn's probably right here.
I had to turn off some of just stop reading some of the comments too. When it was the best one I got down to was, if he was a white quarterback, it'd be a totally different talking point.
That's when it's time to check out.
And I'm like, yes, Derek Gunn is Derek Gunn is now noted. He's going to rip on the black quarterback. It is just the level of stupidity is clear. Is Derek Gunn is just he has equity.
Yeah,
he has equity. His opinion, his reporting has equity and has it's on. To me, it's on like cement.
Yeah, and AJ Brown and Lane Johnson disputing.
They're defending their guy.
That's the least shocking thing ever.
Yeah,
that doesn't make me question Derek Gunn.
And I don't believe that they question AJ Brown. May
AJ Brown doesn't know who Derek is, but Lane does.
Lane Johnson knows Derek Gunn is reliable and everything like that.
What I think what it has to do with is the fan base deep down doesn't want to believe it.
Yes.
They don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe it, and I don't want to believe it either. But
they're putting blinders on to a report they don't want to believe it.
They're kicking the can on the road of like, wait to see when the games get. And look, I understand all of that. I mean, I'm not sitting here and taking this report and saying, all right, that's it, get rid of them. But it fits. It fits what I've seen so far. It's not surprising at all. So why don't you believe it?
Our listener suggested segment today, coming up at 8:30. Literally addresses this exact issue and takes
John, was that a tease?
And takes me to the absolute woodshed.
Oh yeah,
that was a tease.
Oh, like it call and when a listener quotes Pat Egan,
oh boy,
oh god,
that's when you know there's trouble.
This isn't good.
No, he's backing you.
No, I gotta leave.
And he quotes Pat Egan in his email too.
This isn't allowed. Really, this isn't even from a burner account.
Did he cite his sources?
You know what?
Chicago style?
I'm going to tell you this.
Do we have audio?
I'm going to tell you in advance. I think I don't agree with him 100%, but I think he sort of makes a point. So we'll find out what he has to say coming up a little bit later on today. Remember, a major station announcement tomorrow at 4 p.m. What is it? You got to tune in to find out tomorrow at 4 right here on The Fanatic. But coming up next, you want a great reason to believe in the 2022 Phillies? I have some numbers that may make you a little more optimistic this morning. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I want you to beat the Heat this summer. And I want you to beat the heat of high energy bills in the summer and the winter by saving $200 off any style new window from my friends at Window Nation. Plus, I know your budget's a little squeezed right now, so you're going to pay nothing until 2024. How about lowering your energy bills, raising the value of your home by getting new energy-efficient windows from my friends at Window Nation? Window Nation has absolutely just an impeccable reputation. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. And when they're offering you $200 off any new window, you want to do your window shopping online at windownation.com. John, I have vinyl windows. I've got wood windows. I got fiberglass windows. It doesn't matter. Any style, any size, any color you're looking for, they've got it for you. And with an average installer with over 16 years of experience, you know you're getting a great crew from Window Nation. So call them today at 866-90Nation to take advantage of this amazing deal. After you've done your window shopping online at windownation.com. John Kincade telling you Window Nation's your perfect fit.
The John Kincade Show.
Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit NJDiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to NJDiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster. In the back.
Montgomery County is a mecca for golf fans. Book a golf getaway weekend. Play at one of Montco's 50 beautiful courses. Stay overnight in one of the 80 area hotels. Visit award-winning breweries, wineries, distilleries, and you can enjoy world-class shopping at the King of Prussia Mall, Suburban Square, or the Philadelphia Premium Outlets. To learn more about golf and the many adventures awaiting you in Montgomery County, go to visitvalleyforge.org or check out the John Kincade Show Golf Tour page at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. It's all presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt. One of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. Deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 24-count crayons and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. M716 in-store only, limit 30.
Enjoy deep freeze savings on ice cream at Whole Foods Market. Take 25% off ice cream and frozen treats through July 19th while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and you can go yard all July long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is, even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So head on over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB. That's promo code BOB.
21 plus and present PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltops. Driving 15 cars, the girls come easy and
why?
Cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat and we'll hang out.
Not a great song.
John
Not their
Kincade
best.
Show on The Fanatic.
7
a.m. hour. 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app, sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The Bet Parks app. That was interesting.
It's Canada's finest.
Yes, it is Canada's finest.
It's not Canada's
They are
finest.
in Canada. No, it's not Canada's finest.
No, there's better bands from
That's
Canada.
Celine Dion is Canada's
Celine
finest.
Dion, yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
Heard of her?
I don't get it. In between our commercial break here, we're
Nickelback makes me want to jump out of a window.
I don't get the hate for Nickelback. I'm not saying they're going to sell out the Wells Fargo Center, but what's wrong with Nickelback?
I'm between the two of you on that.
Yeah,
Jamie, yours is a little over the top for me, but I understand.
I can only feel how I feel.
But Coach, I don't understand how you don't get the.
It's what it is for me that drives me nuts about them is the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't get
that's
that?
Totally not annoying.
So I think Nickelback. First of all,
I'm gonna take a deuce this morning.
Let's have some respect because Nickelback has the greatest song in a Tobey Maguire-led Spider-Man movie soundtrack. So I don't know what you're talking
I'll miss
about.
it then.
But Coach, before the show, all of a sudden, you wanted to do this trend today of playing
Canada's finest.
It was actually my
Was it your okay? So sorry. Credit to you.
No,
Amazing idea.
I'm now dreading it.
So coach comes up with Rush, and then all of a sudden,
Geddy Lee.
He goes.
Rush is cool.
Yeah, I can't think of any other band, and we're like, dude, and we start just rattling off.
Alanis Morissette, Avril Lavigne, Drake, Celine Dion,
And then,
Bare
of
Naked
course,
Ladies.
Nickelback. Come on, huh? I can hear heaven. You can hear heaven. You can hear it. That's what he can do. I am so happy. I can hear heaven.
When we pull a
How do you not like
-5
this?
share for the segment,
is terrible.
because
Yeah,
you
it's all
guys play
because of this.
Nickelback
There
I'm
you
telling
go.
you right now.
times in a row.
Look, you can sit here and you can
That's
lie
it.
on the air. You can lie to our listeners.
What?
But when you roll up at a red light and the guy next to you is blasting this song, you're screaming, "A hero can save us."
What's the
I'm not
opposite of a
gonna
Marconi?
Stand here and wait. That's what you're saying, John. You can't help it.
A Connor.
You can't help it. You start screaming this song.
No, I don't.
I do not.
I promise you, I do not.
You start webbing people.
No Nickelback. No, because I have absolutely not seen that.
You become Tobey Maguire. All
There
of a
you
sudden,
go.
you're dating Kirsten Dunst.
Nickelback.
Her
gets
teeth are too tiny.
way too much hate. Way too much
Okay.
hate.
They're very successful. They're doing fine.
Yeah, I think they're doing well for themselves.
They made a lot of money, but they suck.
By the way, do you want great reason to believe in the 2022 Phillies? Connor, I think you do.
Yeah, sure.
Jamie, I think you may need a little dose of this morning. I'm going to let history be your guide about why you should at least be a little more optimistic than you may feel this morning. Two of the greatest indicators of playoff teams, meaning a stat that you can tie to teams that have made the playoffs over the last 10 years, are team ERA and run differential.
Yeah, run differential's huge.
Run differential and team ERA are two statistics that those are the top two statistics that the majority of playoff teams have the most. So there you go. Did you know that going into Monday's game, the Phillies were 6th in run differential and 8th in team ERA? So I add the 6 and the 8 together and make that into a 14.
That's good math.
They're pretty
That
lofty.
checks out.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
O'Hara math, baby. Those are lofty positions that the Phillies haven't resided in at this point in the season in a while. At this point in a season where they are. But what do the numbers mean? Last year's World Championship Braves finished 7th in run differential and 6th in team ERA, which is 13, Jamie. 7 plus 6 is 13.
That checks.
Those two numbers, that's close. The 2019 Nationals, before then, last full season champions. 5th in run differential, 9th in pitching. That's 14th. Exactly where the Phillies sit today. This team's got a long way to go to be in a championship discussion, but they most certainly belong in the postseason discussion. And I think it brings us back and dovetails on that 9th in the power rankings topic.
Yeah.
Where their statistics tell you this team is pretty good. That combined 14 is a pretty good number.
I know, and I don't know why it is that I don't buy it.
Is
Do you
it
know
their
what I
lack
mean?
of consistency?
Probably is the root issue of it. Because, look, some of that run differential, I hate to be that guy, but they've hung some crooked numbers this year. They've had some games where they'll put up 10 and 12 runs. And not that there's anything wrong with that.
I bet you that's most teams, though.
Probably. I'm sure the Yankees are bludgeoning teams. I'm sure the Dodgers are too. But then there's too many games with two or fewer runs produced where, you know, the runners in scoring position are exorbitant and they're kind of not getting those clutch hits at times. Can that all balance out by the end of the year? Yeah, it probably does. But I have concerns. Until Harper and Segura are back, I mean, this lineup is just not the same caliber as some of these other playoff teams.
Yeah, you're flying too close to the sun. That's what it feels like, at least.
Like Icarus?
Yeah, and I understand that concern for sure. I do think that probably when you look around baseball, the teams with good run differentials, I bet you the fan base, unless you're the best team in the league, the fan base might say the same thing. Like, there are games out there where we're just dummying teams, and there's games out there where we're scoring 2 to 3 runs, because baseball's a long season, and there's going to be games where your bats just go cold. What I like about this team is the fact that I have yet to see Rob Thompson and the bleeding really continue for more than a couple of games. Now, this Toronto series is going to be big because you're going into tonight with a bullpen game. That doesn't really scream confidence.
Horrifying.
All of a sudden, if it turns into 4 in a row, you go.
That's what's concerning.
Oof.
Is if you drop these 2 games, that's 4 in a row. That's not great.
No,
but that would be the first real losing streak of his tenure.
Yeah.
And it's a very impressive job.
And
what
his tenure
done.
is 24-12 right now, 667. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's not a long tenure. I mean,
No,
it's
exactly.
not a large sample size. But from what I've seen, I don't know how he does it, but he's been getting, good games out of this hard lineup.
Those numbers, Connor, would be a good thing. They could pop up on the Locked On Phillies podcast.
They certainly could. And
when you compare them to world champions recently, they're right there.
Absolutely. And the other thing you got to look at is circumstance, especially with what Pat was just talking about, and like how they keep winning games, or even if they lose 4 in a row. And I'm not saying that will be okay. That'll be like, we're a little concerned, and I might get close to where Jamie's at, like a move might need to come. But you've got spot starts from guys because you're missing 2 starters. You've got arguably your 2 best hitters. Now, Kyle Schwarber is your best power hitter, but Gene Segura with average and Bryce Harper better than both of them are both out right now. Alec Boehm goes down. The circumstances with which they're winning, even if they're in the conversation post-All-Star break, they're going to get significantly better when these guys get back. So, yeah, I see how those numbers factor, and I think they could be even better when this team's at full strength.
Hey, canoes are the original off-road vehicle in Maine. You can rent one for an entirely different point of view. Visit Maine.com, and the message is sponsored and brought to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. Jamie, you said you've done the canoe? We talked about this last week before you got back.
I've done kayaks up in Maine.
What's easier, kayak or canoe?
Probably
Isn't it the same
canoe.
thing, basically?
No,
I think the kayak's easier.
It's easier?
I believe so, yeah.
I thought the kayak was skinnier.
No, the canoe's skinnier. The canoe
is
can
skinnier.
Yeah, the canoe might be.
Yeah,
true.
the kayak is probably easier.
But you can topple over in a kayak pretty quickly.
But you can roll.
Especially at 2 in the morning when you're drunk and lose your glasses at the bottom of
What?
the lake.
That's not good.
Dude, what kind of life do you live? You're a father.
No,
This was pre-child.
before he was a
Oh,
father.
okay, all right, it's understandable.
That's a little
But the
pre.
That's
kayaks-
dangerous, man. Going on a
We were
lake
like 5 feet offshore. It wasn't like we went out and did a lap. It wasn't.
Did you find your glasses?
No, they're at the bottom
At
of the
the
lake.
bottom of the lake? How would he have found them?
Well, I jumped in one time totally forgetting that I had my glasses on. And I jumped in, and immediately, as soon as I hit the water, I was like, well, that was dumb. I was probably like 19, and I was able to locate them.
At the bottom of it? You found them?
I was probably-
How deep was the lake?
It was probably 4 feet, so I was drowning.
Okay.
But I was able to get down all the way to the bottom. And
That's
then,
different.
My
find
wedding ring came off on our honeymoon when I was snorkeling, and I was like, oh, great, just lost my wedding ring. Look down, it's hanging off a coral reef, arm.
Okay, there was a message in there.
Like 17.
Don't take off the damn ring.
Well,
Get
it was,
fitted.
yeah, I should take it off when I swim.
I lost mine. On my
I couldn't
honeymoon.
believe it.
And it was not good. I got yelled at. I had that 10-minute fear of so I got.
Did Bambi ask you to take it off?
I got
that
hit.
part of the
I got
thing?
Yeah. That was the problem. I got told to take it off. I was like, no, I'm good. And I got hit by a wave, and it came off.
Oh no!
And I immediately started looking for it, can't find it, and then it's like that 10-minute. Okay, do I just stay here forever? Do I just stay here? We got 4 more days of the trip. I could probably survive right in this spot, and then it's like, no, I got to go and fess up, and it did not go well.
I would imagine. How'd you lose your ring at that point? At that one, how did you lose your ring?
Yeah, it wasn't handled well.
I have a lot of friends who have the rubber.
Yeah, that's
the
big
rubber wedding ring that they use when they play golf.
Mm-hmm.
Because their wing affects so much of their score.
Yeah.
That they have to put the rubber wedding ring on when they play golf.
I think NFL quarterbacks kind of started that movement. Yeah.
And so now we've got guys with 20 handicaps that are out there I got to put my rubber wedding ring on.
It might just be more comfortable for them, gripping the club. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, seriously, Connor.
Nick Foles was one of those guys. The rubber wedding ring.
I'm not judging anyone for
rubber
wearing
wedding
a rubber wedding
He's a
ring.
pro athlete. Makes sense.
Yeah, you got a pro athlete to.
I know a lot of people that do manual labor will use them because it's very
That's
dangerous.
different.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Manual labor, I absolutely
Golf
get.
and manual labor is basically the same thing.
Well,
I do
the way
everything
you
with it.
play it can be. It absolutely can be. That's something I should definitely take into consideration there. This is why, if anyone needs to ask why we don't talk about politics and religion and stuff like that on the show, I present to you Dylan, and it's not our Dylan. Dylan sending me an email.
What do you say there, Dylan?
Saying, John, as a fellow cancer survivor, I think today you were absolutely reckless on the air, saying that you won't tell JT Realmuto that he should get the vaccine. As you well know, and I'm sure you were told, it was viable for you to get the vaccine as a cancer survivor, and I think that it's a reckless message that people like JT and yourself shared this morning. This is the reason you don't do these things, because if you dare to say that JT gets to make that choice for himself, you get people who then ridicule you saying that you didn't tell him to take it, and then you get ridicule from people like Tyler saying, I can't believe you're telling him. It's like you can't win with this stuff. And it's one of the reasons why you don't talk politics and don't talk about this stuff, because, first of all, it just goes to show you. And I said, I let this gentleman know that my cancer doctors never said to me, you must or you've got to. They said, do your research and make the choice for yourself. So that's one of the reasons why you just don't talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
People are going to get you from either way.
Yes.
They're going to do. How dare you say that JT Realmuto has the opportunity to? And you know what? JT Realmuto also has the opportunity to be mocked and ridiculed when he says stupid stuff like, yeah, $260,000 just for a little bit of money.
People were pissed off. I mean, in the chat, and we had a caller, and all. I thought we were making our message clear that it was more about losing the players.
Yes.
I mean, than our personal
God's
vaccine
sake.
stance. Because the caller, I forget his name, but he
Tyler.
was like,
No, let me make sure.
But he said
it was Tyler.
Yeah.
It was
he said,
Tyler
look, we've been doing this 2 years. He's right. Like, at this point, you're not going to get it. Like, I'm not going to convince you, so there's no point.
By the way, this story.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Whatever. I don't care. Tyler doesn't play professional baseball. And he's the starting catcher.
And
that's my problem.
Alan shares here that this story has been a story all year long with teams going to Toronto. And he said, and in defense of your show, he goes, you never have discussed it once until it refers to the Phillies.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's why we're talking about it. For God's sakes, I swear it's there are people. There are people who wake up every day just waiting to be offended, waiting to be pissed about something, waiting to be just to be angry about something or to try to get on you about something. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's their currency.
It totally
It's
is.
their lifeblood.
So what we should do, we should move to a totally non-divisive topic about the Eagles.
Like
'Cause no one ever gets mad about the Eagles.
Nickelback.
Never divisive topic.
Let's change the subject now. Must be a slow sports day.
Last year, Haley, part of our team here at 97.5 The Fanatic, was asking yesterday. You all right there, Jamie?
Doing Chad Kroger hurts.
Asked yesterday on social media what Eagles jersey she should buy.
That's what you get for coming at Canadian God.
Because she needs a new Eagles jersey. And last year, Olivia and I got Ertz replica Eagles jerseys.
That's going to be safe in the long run.
That's safe in the long run.
He's a legend of the Eagles, so yeah, you're still good there. You just can't wear it while he's on the Cardinals.
But as disappointed as you know, as someone who definitely cares about economizing and making smart decisions with money.
Well, that's why
it was a dumb decision to buy Ertz jerseys last year for me and my dog.
My style is what I recommend to everyone. Get a throwback you love and just shut it down. I stopped buying jerseys when T.O. left. I bought it the year heading into that season when it all went to crap, and I just went, I'm done.
I had really bad luck, too.
Just get a Dawkins or a Reggie or a Randall.
My first one was James Thrash. I bought that for my first ever paycheck.
Was that 80?
James Thrash jersey.
Was he 80?
Yeah, he was 80. And that was good for a year. T.O., good for a year. Lito Shepherd, after that, good for a year. Then I had Trent Cole. That was good for a while.
That was good for a while, right?
But then I got Kiko Alonso.
95?
No, he was 58.
58.
Then I got Kiko Alonso. He was going to be a 10-year stud. Horrible. So then when I bought Wentz, I did what you did, James, and I was like, all right, I'm buying Wentz, but I'm also buying a Dawkins jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
You got that. That's
You're covered for life.
Now, I am leaning A.J. Brown.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think A.J. Brown's the way to go.
That's probably pretty safe.
Now, the question is that I know the way Liv's going to want to go. And I should just bite the bullet and buy it for her. But I know she's going to want Jalen.
Yeah?
No.
She's going to want Jalen.
Why?
Because she loves Jalen.
I mean,
she loves Jalen Hurts. She thinks
then she can buy Jalen Hurts' jersey with her own money.
That's not a bad idea. She'll be here today.
She works.
She'll be here today. You can tell her.
Yeah, she works.
Yeah, tell her you'll buy her.
Jalen Hurts, she believes to her and to her group of friends, Jalen Hurts has the to her group they were trying to convince me that Jalen Hurts to them has the Tyrese Maxey energy.
I see that.
That's the way they look at. They look at Jalen like Tyrese, and I can tell you this: we're talking 18, 19-year-old girls and everything like that, and they're like, they love Jalen, and they think Jalen has that Tyrese Maxey charm, energy, smile.
He does,
and they love him. But I'm saying to her, honey, he may not be the quarterback next year. And we're going to buy another jersey. But I guarantee she's going to want to go that route.
If I was...
you just buy it?
If I was you, I would say I'd buy any jersey for you. Jalen Hurts, you got to buy on your own coin because he might not be here.
There are, I don't even think it's just Jalen Hurts. There are some players that I would go, you can buy it, but it's with your own money.
Like Darius Slay is one I would love to have.
Yeah, but it's not.
But he's only here for 2 more years.
Right, exactly.
And then maybe.
If you're buying.
Devontae Smith, I think, is a great one.
Devontae is a great one.
I really
whoa. You think that's better than AJ?
Yeah, because I realized something about AJ Brown. What number does he wear?
11.
That's a bit of an issue.
I don't think that matters much.
I think that matters.
No, I don't.
Well, why does it matter to you?
So take your own Wentz jersey.
Connor, let's get into psychology here. I mean, you
who hurt you?
Carson Wentz hurt me, Jamie.
Carson Wentz hurt me too.
I thought he was the guy.
Oh, I absolutely thought he was
for a couple seasons there, he was the guy, and then he just became.
And then he just wasn't. How does that happen?
Jo.
Yeah, but I mean, you're spooked by the number?
Yeah, because everyone's going to see it from the front and be like, "Oh, that's a Wentz jersey." Why
I don't think anybody that sees it from the front goes, "That's a Wentz."
No one's going to say that from now on.
11?
No.
I don't know.
I had this problem too because there wasn't really anybody on the team that I was gravitating towards,
Right.
and I had a Wentz, I had a Nick Foles. That was another bad jersey that I bought when the first go around. I bought it.
She still had hers. She still has the shirt,
which now it's great. But when I first bought it, it didn't end up being great. So I got a Mailata because I loved Mailata.
That's a good one.
Mailata might be a little odd on you, though.
It's ironic on me because I'm so small.
Like to me, I don't believe a Mailata jersey would look good. Like I don't think any jersey
that's
looks
pretty
good.
hilarious.
But I tend to wear them just for the most part around the house.
If you want to,
like watching a game.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for like value, like a guy that's
Kelsey's a great investment.
Kelsey's great, an all-timer, but again,
because you're good for life. That's a
Lane Johnson, same thing.
Lane's probably set for life. Like these are the ones that you can wear
but
now.
Jamie can wear Lane and Mailata better than we can.
Is it weird? I have no appeal for linemen's jerseys at all.
Yeah,
no,
I don't either.
It's
because I think it just looks all number on a guy of like Connor with your frame. I think it would look all number.
I've always thought when you see somebody wearing an offensive lineman's jersey, that screams like real fan. This isn't the reason I bought Mailata's jersey. I just love Mailata. But anytime I would see anybody wearing like a Trey Thomas jersey or a John Runyon back in the day.
Skylar's got a Trey Thomas jersey.
Yeah, like Skylar's a diehard fan. Like she knows ball.
Uncle Trey gave it to her.
Okay. Like Moana or Trey Thomas?
She does love the Eagles.
She loves the Oh, really? That's great. See, I love that.
Yeah, she does. Every time she sees like when we were at the zoo, she saw an eagle. She went E-A-G-L-E-S, and my heart was beaming.
Oh, you raised
good
a great
parenting.
kid.
Yeah,
that's good parenting, Jamie. I'm proud of you,
She's a
bud.
big Trey Thomas fan.
Now the weird thing is, does she have anything else for any of the other teams?
She has a Bryce Harper jersey that was gifted to her, and she has a couple Phillies hats she's into.
Liv said to me the other day, she goes, now being here and living here, she said, Dad, I got to tell you, I think it's Sixers slightly ahead of Eagles for her.
Wow.
I'm a little surprised, but the teenagers love NBA.
Yeah.
They love it.
I mean, it's a soap opera league.
But she loves going to a Sixers game, loves it.
Because it's fun, it's quick, it's entertaining,
For her, it's easy to follow. She says it's easy to follow. She understands the rules.
Yeah, there's not a ton of complex rules, whereas the NFL can be complex at times.
But
I get it.
Yeah, I think I'm going. I want to go AJ Brown, but Devontae Smith is a good one.
I would go Devontae Smith. I think he'll be here longer because of his rookie contract, and then he gets re-upped. Whereas AJ Brown might legitimately only be here for 4 years. He's already got.
If I get 4 years, though, Pat,
he's already got his big payday, but you could get 8 possibly out of. Devontae Smith.
All right. Well, that's the that is the little help on the.
And the Kelsey one, I think, is a great long-term investment.
Yeah, it is. But I've never been for the throwback guy.
But you know that Kelsey's never going to play for another team.
He's a Hall of Famer.
My
He's
buddy
only
Paul
an Eagle.
is a throwback king, like the Reggie White. He's got Reggie White. He's got Jaworski.
Yeah, he's set for life.
He's got so he's got those.
You know, there's a guy that you should get.
Who?
Hassan Reddick.
That's not a bad one.
That's not bad.
Let's go to you.
Temple Pride.
But Hassan has played 3 teams in 4 years.
That's what Olivia should get. if she's going on Temple's campus,
And she is.
and she's got an Eagles Reddick jersey, that's pretty cool.
I mean, 3 teams is in like, yeah,
No, you know what I
that
mean,
sounds
as far
worse
as-
than it is, though.
No, it is, but
because
it
he
does-
signed a
yeah.
1-year deal with Carolina, and then he
Right,
signed a
right.
3-year deal here. But yeah, Jamie's right. If she's going on Temple's campus,
That's
you
a cool
gotta
jersey.
You got to
She
be
is.
rocking Hassan Reddick's jersey.
Yeah.
Hey, coming up, I've got what might be a controversial take on a decision that an athlete made that I think is cowardly. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know this. The BetParx app is the official betting partner of the PGA Tour. And if you love sitting back with a cocktail and watching a round of golf on television, you're watching the best players in the world, you can bet on the event, special boosts, wagers on the PGA Tour by downloading the all-new BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app. And you can also make a risk-free bet up to $750. You can bet baseball, too. And one of the things you can do with betting baseball is betting on individual player performances. Now, last night, I thought the Phillies were going to win the game. I tried to load up on a little prop bet with a bunch of different options. Didn't work out for me. But the BetParx app always has boosts and odds that give me all kinds of creative games. And if you're into the casino games, too, they're right there in your pocket. It's a sports book and casino all in one amazing app with live in-game wagering, too. Let's bet now anytime you wish. Right now, download the app. Pennsylvania or New Jersey, go to betparx.com. Use my promo code Kincade. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show
You're a middle-aged man. You can't be a DJ.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic has a major station announcement. Listen tomorrow at 4 p.m. This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get started with gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time, get 3 months on us. Call or go online today to learn more. And 7/21/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet. Security Edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install 1 roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 24-count crayons and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
MVP's bonus days are here for pros. For 12 days, pros save big and MVPs get even more. Because MVP's Pro Rewards members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. Earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000 and get up to 3 times more points when you shop select brands and products. Find MVP's bonus day savings from July 11th to the 22nd in-store and online. Exclusively at Lowe's. Exclusively for pros. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You want that $1 million smile, but your budget is more like... No problem. There's an affordable way to get the straighter teeth you've always wanted. Just go to Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Byte Invisible Aligners are doctor-directed and cost thousands less than traditional braces, with treatments that start as low as $82 a month. Order your at-home impression kit today from Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Be confident. Be you with Byte.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
Don't be that guy. Everybody knows that guy. His grass.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. Don't be that guy. I'm not that guy. Because
Bob's usually not that guy.
Bob is not that guy. But your grass is overgrown. It's yellowing. Weeds are coming up everywhere. Do what I do and go to Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville and become the envy of your neighbors. Because they are the experts when it comes to all of your outdoor power equipment needs. Forget those big box stores. You can get dealer exclusives from all the top brands. I got a Cub Cadet. They got Stinger, DeWalt, Turf War, Red Max, and more. And the best part is Lawn and Golf Supply Company has a huge selection of outdoor power equipment in stock. Zero-turn mowers, riding tractors, handheld power equipment, whatever you need to dominate your yard this summer, you can get from my guys over at Lawn and Golf Supply Company. From residential to commercial, if you're a township or a golf course, they got you covered. Lawn and Golf is the leader in outdoor power equipment. Plus, Lawn and Golf Service Department can fix any make and model of equipment and get you back up and running in no time. Right now, Fanatic listeners get free delivery on any new equipment purchase. Just mention the Fanatic and get free delivery with your purchase. Visit lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. Everything turf.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Sorry, this is your life right now. Listening to me on the radio.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah.
Until I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me. Saying, get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday, you'd forgiven me. But it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Okay, now that, if I heard someone at the traffic light, Pat, I would be bopping my head to it.
You can sit here and lie to me and
I
lie
would
to our
not
listeners.
sing along, but I would bop my head to
You
that
can
song.
Lie to everybody out there, John, but we all know that if you pull up and Chad Kroger and Josie Scott are belting out Hero, you are singing word
I am
for
not.
word.
Never.
This is a great song.
And
Never.
secretly,
This is a great song.
Secretly, you'll sit there and you'll go, maybe I'm the hero they need. Maybe I'm not going to stand here and
I
wait.
could be.
I
But
saw
that is a
Bare
great
Naked
song.
Ladies once.
Did you?
Yeah, they put on a fun concert.
I've seen him a
actually.
couple times.
Have you?
Where?
Really?
Where'd you see him? I'm shocked with you.
I am blown away by that.
I am shocked you saw
I
Bare
did not
Naked
have
Ladies.
that on my bingo
Sometimes
card.
their place, sometimes mine.
Oh, my God. Dude. That might be an all-time bad
Connor, you have dad jokes for the new generation.
Yeah. I always said he's going to be a great dad one day.
You are going to be good. Hey, protect your home with DryTech waterproofing solutions. Fanatic listeners get 15% off when they mention this ad for water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or mold remediation. Make sure you mention the Kincade Show when you check out to our friends, DryTechCorp.com. Trust the experts at DryTech. That wasn't terrible, Connor, but it wasn't good, though. So.
That was pretty good. Come on.
It's okay. I'm going to tell you here. Here's one that I don't know if this is going to be controversial with you guys or not, but it is to me. Damian Lillard signs the max cash possible deal extension, getting himself like $100-some million with Portland.
He's 122 over the next 2 years, which takes his deal to like 265 over 5, I believe.
And here,
something like that.
And here's what Damian Lillard decides to defend himself with. Everything. Instead of just being happy to be in Portland, he very much seems like he has to explain, even before the questioning begins. He has to explain that I don't want to be like these other guys. I don't want to just ring chase. I don't want to do this. I'm comfortable with where I'm at. You know what he's comfortable with? The max cash possible in the least stressful situation required. If Dame Lillard, much like we talked about with JT Realmuto earlier, Dame Lillard has the right to do whatever he wishes. But it is obvious to me. He doesn't want the spotlight. He doesn't want the pressure. He doesn't want the crucible of dealing with every single possession mattering and waking up the next day and realizing that there's a fan base behind him with high expectations and he's the center of attention and you're going to survive or fail based on him being a great player. I just don't think he has the fortitude to own it. I don't think he has the fortitude to articulate and to just say, I wanted the most money I could get in the least pressure, comfy situation that I could find. Again, it is his option, but don't make it altruistic. Don't make it like, well, I'm doing something. These other guys that are ring chasing and everything. No, because to me, he's taken the very low pressure, low stress way to make as much money as possible. And if that's it, just own it. I don't want the pressure of playing for a team with high expectations.
I don't know if that's fair. In a league where guys, flock every offseason and it's a league of constant change and turmoil, I think there's something to be said. There's no denying he's trying to get the most amount of money.
And by the way, his contract hurts that team.
Well, I mean,
it hurts their flexibility.
You can say the same thing about Bradley Beal, who just did the same thing.
No way. Pat was going to bring that up. Pat's going to bring that up.
It's an assumed thing in the NBA, and that's why James Harden got lauded for what he did. It's an assumed thing. The NBA and the way it's structured financially, it's almost like there's not a ton of wiggle room. Like guys are kind of slotted into what they are now between rookies and max and super max and sign it. Like it's just kind of like a no-brainer. Like the contracts speak for themselves. I almost understand why Harden doesn't have an agent because you're paying somebody, 5 or 6% of something that kind of speaks for itself. So it's just assumed to me when you talk about the NBA, the guys are going to take the most amount of money. That's not a shocking revelation to me at all. But I almost think Dame has either Stockholm syndrome or he's just that loyal that he wants to make it work there. I think part of his...
That loyal.
Well, I think part of his MO is he was a nobody from Weber State that wasn't supposed to make it this far. He wasn't supposed to be what he is. And he probably views the Trailblazers as the team that gave him that opportunity and chance.
Somebody was going to give him an opportunity?
Yeah, but
one of the 30 teams in the NBA or whatever it is.
Probably,
but what do you mean? Probably he was going to get his chance.
I mean, he probably looked at himself as the best player in the draft, and he dropped in the draft because of where he went.
I mean, he was going to get his opportunity from who
but he wasn't like this 5-star recruit. He
came in with a chip.
Yeah, he wasn't highly lauded. It was a kid from Weber State you were taking a chance on, and he probably views Portland as thank you for doing that for me. Yeah, he went 6th overall, so it's not like he's a second-round pick. Over.
Somebody was giving him his opportunity.
Sure, but he might just be loyal enough that look, Portland's a cool town. If you've been there, it's cool.
It's low key, and there's no pressure on him.
And it's chill, and
he has no
he
pressure.
seems to love the community. But I don't know if you can say he doesn't want to compete because he's staying there. I view it as he's being loyal to his team, which is really rare in the NBA. If you want to say that's to the fault of making them a championship contender.
I mean, he's making obscene money in the NBA.
But that's what it is.
He's making obscene
all the
money,
guys
and he can make obscene money. He could make a little less obscene money and being a part of a team that has a chance to actually compete and win.
But he doesn't
pressure on him.
But I don't think
and
he wants
doesn't
that.
want it. No, he doesn't want it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wants to build it in Portland.
He doesn't. He's
not going to.
He's hurting them their
How do we
chances
know?
to build something in Portland.
But then
because
you
of
can
the
say that
contract.
about every max contract player in the NBA. LeBron is then hurting the Lakers' chances of competing.
LeBron is hurting them now. Yes.
Then
But
Tobias Harris is hurting the Sixers' chances. Like they all get that money because that's what they're slotted into. I can't fault him for that.
My problem with it is, guys like him and guys like Beal, they talk about wanting to win, and then when they have an opportunity to win,
to go and win.
It's just about the cash.
Right, you can't do both things.
It's about the cash.
Don't
That's all
talk to
it
me
is.
about both.
It's why James Harden and what he did is so rare and not seen because it doesn't happen. And Bradley Beal has hinted for it seems like 5 seasons now. He's been flirting with contending teams about wanting to leave Washington. He opts out, and what does he do? Well, right away he re-ups with Washington in a max contract. And we all know, folks, don't be naive. We all know they're not winning. Portland ain't winning. They're not. They're not going to win. And, part of me goes, you're being loyal to a fault, and I do respect it in a way. I respect that loyalty. But the other part of me goes, all right, well, if you want to win, you got to be able to see the forest of the trees here.
But it's not like they're the Washington Wizards. They did have some
Bradley
decent
Beal
playoff runs.
He wants to get paid.
I mean, he carried the team
not really
2-3 years ago.
They didn't. I mean, they
went to
one year. They got.
But
to
are
a
they going to be back? Are they going to be back?
They're
They
never.
might.
No, they're not.
Dame was hurt last year. They just got
They're
Jeremy
not.
Grant. They're tweaking things. They got Jurkic. They got. I mean, it's not like they're.
Listen to who you're saying. There's a nice complementary
And they're
pieces.
in the West.
but come
They're
on.
like a 7. Their best. Their ceiling
They
would be
traded
like a
CJ
7
McCollum.
seed.
He's gone. They retooled.
They're not
But what did they retool?
trash.
With?
Their ceiling, no.
But
no,
I
never said they were trash.
Yeah,
but
they
they
didn't
are
say
not.
they're
They are
trash.
not a true contending team that you will look
They're
at
gonna
and
be in
go.
the play-in tournament.
We got to worry about them.
I mean,
They're a play-in tournament team.
maybe they could be better than that.
But what's better? What, the 6th seed? The 5th seed? They're not a real true contender.
Here's a good one for
I
you.
mean, Anthony Simmons had a bust out. They have some good young players there.
Here's a good one from 2 years ago, and it gives you a window into the soul. I consider myself more than just a basketball player. I'm quite the musician. I'm a lyricist. I'm so many more things. And this is a wonderful opportunity for me to have basketball elevate me to do the things I want to do. That's a guy who doesn't have basketball first. He lets you know.
Yeah, I
he
don't
goes,
agree with that.
Basketball can elevate me to do things that I want to do.
I don't agree with that. I think he's basketball first, but I think he just has other interests.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's saying. Is basketball will open doors.
No, but I'm glad that he has more interest than just basketball.
Yeah, that if I was a plumber, and it's true, his music career wouldn't be, we wouldn't know who Dame Dollar is if it wasn't for the fact that he's an NBA player. Because
Jamie was calling him Dollar Dame.
You got bars. I don't care what you do.
No, while he's a pretty he's pretty good at it, but we use the caveat of
As an athlete.
I've heard a lot of people use the caveat of he's pretty good for an athlete.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Jay in the Northeast joins us on the Fanatic. Good morning, Jay. Jay, where are you?
He dropped.
Jay dropped. Jay said, "Why you blame?" His point was, "Why are you blaming Dame for being loyal?"
If it was any other situation, honestly, I wouldn't blame him at all, and I'd respect it. And I tried to use that, by the way, when I brought this up. In a way, I respect it. Part of the reason why I'm annoyed, though, is just flat out jealousy. I want him on the Sixers. I want him and Bradley Beal to say, I want to go to Philly and I want to team up to win, because it just seems like in the NBA nowadays you need kind of 3 stars, and those are 2 guys that you look at and you go, you're in losing situations right now. Ask out.
Well, the bottom line is this: just don't tell me that. I want to win. I want to win.
But he does.
He can want to win, but you're not putting yourself in a situation to be able to compete, and you know that.
But why?
Because he's not.
Why is him taking the Supermax not putting the team in spot to win? That's on the GM.
He's got Stockholm syndrome.
He's making what he's allowed to make under the guidelines of the league. The cap goes up every year. People that get incensed about NBA salaries like this, I don't understand.
It's not about being incensed about that. It's just don't tell me just tell me I wanted to get every stinking dollar that I could get.
Yes, that's obvious. So
I didn't know because he won't do it because he tells me this song and dance about I want to win and I want to win.
But he does.
I think it's both. Like both can be true. You want to get paid, but you also want to think about us in our industry. Like we all want to get paid.
Sure.
We all think we're underpaid, and we all want to win. Well, I think it's the same thing in the NBA, but he has to have the realization that by him taking the max contract with that team, he's probably not ever going to win.
Well, then they should draft better.
There.
Well, it's a matter.
If we're doing this show in Portland this morning, we're lauding him.
Yes.
If Joel Embiid has another injury and is facing a contract extension and takes the Supermax, we go, look at him.
Yep.
He's loyal to the Sixers.
100%.
I love it.
Yeah, but the
I'm,
Sixers,
I'm a hypocrite. You are right.
But the Sixers are there with a team that you always are telling us.
The Trailblazers were there 2 years ago.
The Trailblazers do not have a chance to win.
Dame Lillard is a top 10, 12 player in this league. They have a chance to win.
They do not. Their franchise does not have a chance to win.
That's not true.
As currently constructed, they don't.
They just got Jeremy Grant. Anthony Simmons had one of the absolute bust-out seasons of the NBA last year. They're not. Nurkic is fine. Josh Hart is a nice complimentary player. Like, they have some guys that aren't. Like, it's not this trash situation.
You're putting the word trash on it.
You're saying they can't win.
Their odds to win the NBA title are plus 7,500, Jamie. They are at the bottom of the barrel.
And I say that is good value because he didn't play last year.
To win the NBA championship, they're not in the mix.
I just confirmed it. You're wearing a Bill Walton jersey.
I love the Trailblazers.
They are plus.
I just don't know why he's getting crap.
They are plus 7,500. You know
it's
what?
obvious that players are going to take max dollars.
If I was in New Orleans, I wouldn't be crapping on him. As I said,
exactly.
It's pure jealousy because of the fact
where
that
you are.
I want him on this team, and I want him to go, hey, I'm not going to win in this situation that I'm currently at. I want to go to Philly, but I do kind of respect it though.
No, I mean, is it his loyalty to his community is fine.
I don't think you can say he doesn't want to win because he took a max.
That I want to win,
but I don't see the correlation between
the
two.
Suns, Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, Nuggets, Mavericks, Memphis, Minnesota, New Orleans, Portland is 10th.
Okay,
they're a 10th team in the West.
But to be fair, where was Boston this time last year?
Yeah, exactly.
They were.
I mean, things change every year.
Like, and John, I'm with you. Like, I don't think Portland has a shot in hell of doing anything other than getting bounced in the second round.
They weren't plus 7,500.
Yeah,
they were
they're
no
a playoff
way were they.
team.
No way were they plus 7,500.
As the Sixers
are
are
10 seed.
The Sixers are proven that being a playoff team doesn't get you anything.
Hey, Pat's got a point of view, and after we tell you the Bradford White water heaters, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. And in it, Toronto games may annoy him a little bit.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
Hey, guys, it's me. It's Pat.
Hi, Pat.
I don't know if you guys are aware. We didn't really talk about it too much, but the Phillies are headed up to Toronto, believe it or not. So they're going to be without some players. We talked about JT Realmuto. They're going to be without Kyle Gibson, which really hurts because they're going with a bullpen game today. They're going to be without Aaron Nola, who pitched yesterday, and they're going to be without Alec Boehm, who might not play anyway. But I'm annoyed by it because that's all it is. I'm not outraged. I'm not banging on the table. It's just annoyance. Every team's dealing with it when they go to Toronto. I'm more annoyed by the fact that they're missing their starting catcher, who is one of their better offensive threats, albeit he's not having a great season, and they're starting third baseman, who ironically ends up getting injured last night.
Exactly.
But what I found interesting was Kyle Schwarber's comments, because Kyle Schwarber said everything right in regards to the players that they're going to be without going to Toronto. Basically just saying, like, look, we understand that they have their right to make that decision, but we're not holding it against them. And I just don't remember the Sixers having a similar sentiment with Matisse. Now, I could be wrong, and I could be having revisionist history, but Kyle Schwarber going out there and kind of backing his guys, like a la Lane Johnson with the Jalen Hurts situation, while I don't agree with the decision to not get vaxxed, but it is their decision. And the fact that Kyle Schwarber is saying, you know what, that's fine, we're going to hold down the fort. I love that. Like, I love the fact that this locker room seems to have gotten tighter under the new regime. And I might be reading into it way too much. I might just be a real big Joe Girardi hater. But That told me a lot about the leadership in that locker room, that even though we find it annoying as fans that they're going to be without some of their better players, the sentiment in that room is, don't worry, we got you. Like 2 games in Toronto, we'll hold it down. You guys, stay here. We know you want to be here, but we'll win these games. We'll come back. And I love that.
I think it is a positive sign. Much like the Eagles players defending Jalen Hurts. I think it's a great message. I think that the fans, a lot of fans don't want to hear it, but I think that is a great message within the room.
Yeah, not sure I entirely believe what they're saying.
That was kind of my other question.
Publicly, because I'm sure behind closed doors when they're talking to one another, going, "Man, yeah, this sucks."
He said, "This
is annoying."
Just because we're headed to Toronto doesn't mean someone's being a bad teammate because they didn't get vaccinated." And I think there are definitely people in that locker room who might be annoyed by it.
I don't think they think like JT's a bad person. They just go, "Damn, we're down JT in a big series."
1,000%, it's not universal. All right,
it is not universal that everybody thinks, "Oh, JT, it's fine. Don't worry."
Kyle Schwarber's not speaking for everybody, but I do think it's good that a player came out in support of their decision to do that. So, and I'm sure. By the way, I'm sure that there were quotes from Sixers player. I just personally, I don't remember them.
Sixers were eerily quiet.
It seemed like it was. They were more annoyed by Matisse not being there, even though maybe a guy or two said the right things, and maybe this has to do with the fact that it's only a 2-game series. But
so Brian M on the YouTube chat just said, hypothetically, what happens if the Phillies and Toronto meet in the World Series?
Yeah.
Now that's a made up situation that we don't.
No. But it's not.
No, but it's going to happen.
But would they consider getting the shot then?
Why do you think it's a mythical situation?
Because I don't really believe the Phillies.
It could happen.
Oh, you're such
speaking into existence.
Well, I think the Yankees are winning the American League. They're steamrolling.
Why do you hate the Phillies?
Why do you hate the Phillies?
Because I'm a Phillies fan.
That's what I don't get.
It's the easiest answer in the world.
That's interesting though, and that was the problem with Matisse. It wasn't necessarily the fact that he didn't get vaccinated. It was, dude, it's the playoffs. Like that's what annoyed fans was. It was the playoff series, and we had kind of hinted about it leading up into the playoff run. Of what happens, but it's a 20% chance, and then the 20% became like 50, and then became 100.
I look at it too as the what annoys me. What annoys me with it is when teams don't stay together. So I applaud.
Yeah,
I applaud somebody. I always applaud when someone will show someone else the lifeline. When they give them the lifeline and try to, someone's under a little bit of scrutiny or critique. Throw him a lifeline, show your support, show you can be a good teammate.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the fact that he came out and said it. I think it shows that the clubhouse is close. And as I said earlier, we got people that work in our cluster who aren't vaccinated. I don't judge them. I don't look at them funny. It's just like that's their decision and whatever. And
as long as they wear that big little fluorescent thing that we asked them to wear.
What, the hazmat?
Yeah, the hazmat thing. I mean, the vest. I don't think there's any problem with it at all. They just wear that big vest as they walk around.
I'm not going to convince you to do anything otherwise, but
yes,
I like the fact that Kyle Schwarber came out and in support of him. Doesn't make him feel ostracized.
To me, it speaks really well. It speaks well to the organization. And Connor, I mean, hopefully one game or a couple games doesn't sink them.
No, and I don't think this bothers them because it is only 2 games. Like, I don't think anyone in the locker room is looking at this like, man, I'm so mad JT Realmuto is not going to play 2 games in mid-July.
And I will ask you the same thing I asked Jamie a little bit earlier, too, is that do you think the Phillies will make the playoffs, will clinch with 2 games to get, with the last 2 games will mean nothing on the schedule this year?
Here's the thing, 162 games, John. I don't think
do you think that's the question.
I don't know
because it could matter.
I don't think it will. I don't think they will look at it that way, and I don't think it's fair to look at it that way.
That's 100% how you look at it.
Absolutely, that will be the 2-game series that people point to.
Why do you mean it's not fair to look at it?
We will. I don't think anyone in the locker room is going to be like, okay, those 2 games at Toronto are what cost us because there's so many other issues.
I don't care how they're going to rationalize it out. Do you believe with 2 games to go?
But the conversation's about the clubhouse.
No, it depends.
But do you? No, I'm talking about. I asked you. You're not in the clubhouse. I'm asking you. Do you think the Phillies will clear the playoffs? 2 games to go. They will be resting everybody because they're already in.
I have no idea. I
have an opinion. Get off the fence. Do you believe?
But that's not the conversation I'm trying to have.
Is.
No, we're talking about the clubhouse staying together.
Connor, it's the conversation I'm having.
Yellow
so please have it with me.
I think they're a playoff team.
No, that's not it. Turn off.
Yellow belly.
You're embarrassing us.
The conversation we're having is the conversation we're having.
We went to bat for you.
And
We're talking about the
seriously,
clubhouse.
no, the
I'm saying
conversation.
the
No, I
guys
didn't.
won't care. I
We
don't care what
moved
I
on
think
from
or
there.
anyone. I care what the
That
guys, if they're going to be
doesn't
mad, I
matter.
don't
You're
think they're
going
going
to
to be mad.
back. Do we have
Connor.
anybody at the AM station that we can call up in a spot start?
I'm gonna. We. You know what? Get Heavy Chevy in here.
God, we need our Andrew Bellotti in here. This guy doesn't have it. He's
Get off
cooked.
the damn fence. I mean, my gosh, it's a simple question. I don't care what the clubhouse is going to say.
That was the conversation. How did these guys feel about the players? That was the Kyle Schwarber
No,
comment.
that was
the point I was making.
That was the conversation 3 minutes ago.
People are talking about how you're family.
That was the 3 minutes ago conversation, Connor. The conversation is what's going to happen.
You're not making your parents proud right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
They're
That is not
embarrassed.
that it's
I told them not to listen after the 2-pump incident, so I don't really care.
Their parents. Connor's parents are calling.
You said stop. Turn it off, Mom and Dad.
Yes.
Don't listen.
No, turn it on, just volume down so we still get the
All right, we're going to right now I want everybody in the audience, if you're driving it's a little harder for you. But if you're in the audience and you've got a pen and paper, I want you to go through a process of take part in a little exercise with us after the top of the hour. And I'm going to see how much consensus we have as a show regarding the upcoming NFL season. Play along with us. Get a pen and paper. Be ready. Connor will say that he's going to do his own thing. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. If you're getting ready to move or you're organizing your garage or your attic or you're remodeling the bathroom, it sounds like you got a perfect cleanup solution for my friends with the Bagster. You've heard about it. The Bagster is the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster is a spectacular product. 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag. You're going to unfold it yourself after you've picked it up at Home Depot or Lowe's or one of your local home improvement stores. And it's only $29.99. You take the Bagster, you can set it up. I'm able to set it up, and I'm not a home fix-it guy. Set up that Bagster and get to work. Start cleaning everything out. The garage, the attic, maybe you're remodeling. You can tell right now you're going to be able to load up this Bagster. You fill it up, and you schedule the collection time for someone to come and pick it up for you. There's no time limits either. So start loading. Start cleaning it up. It's the Bagster. Go to Bagster.com to find the store nearest you where you can pick one up. I'm telling you right now, if you got a cleanup job, and you do, your wife called me, it's the Bagster. Get it. It's a dumpster in a bag.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. A lot of guys leaving the tour, but some of the players that still remain, you know you can bet on them. Rory McIlroy, one of them. He's a guy that I don't really trust toward the end, but you can always bet for him to finish in the top 5 or the top 10 of a tournament or just to make the cut. FanDuel, they have great daily promotions, and I love when I win because I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. So see for yourself why FanDuel's America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Fanatic. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This Fanatic Golf Report is brought to you by Parks Casino Sportsbook app, the #1 casino in PA. Just a short time left to enter the Fanatic's British Open contest. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com. Pick the winner and the winning score, par is 288, to win Callaway balls and gift cards from Parks Casino. Will it be a player from the PGA Tour, one from the DP World Tour, or a rebel from the Live Saudi Tour? Xander Schauffele is favored to win his first major, but I'll take Matt Fitzpatrick to win 2 majors in a row. Entries close at noon on Thursday. Good luck. For the Fanatic, I'm Mike Rose.
'Tis the season to visit Parks Casino for the Christmas in July sweepstakes. That's right, on July 30th, Parks Casino is giving away so many great gifts it feels like Christmas in July. From 4 to 10 p.m., one lucky winner selected every 15 minutes will unwrap a present containing designer handbags, electronics, and free slot play prizes up to $10,000. Visit Parks Casino on July 30th for your chance to win. Parks Casino. This is how you win. Visit parkscasino.com for more information. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's
does. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit NJDiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to NJDiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 24-count crayons and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
In the heat of the moment, you keep it calm and cool with a $3 medium ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one that's slow steeped and mixed with brown sugar and molasses flavor. With a cold foam infused with brown sugar coolness and a cinnamon sugar sprinkle on top. That's keeping it calm, cool, and cold brewed. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew, now $3 along with all medium cold brews. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary, limited time offer, terms apply.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross.
When I see Pat Egan sing, it just makes me smile.
You ought to know. Take it, Uncle Joey. Take it and shove it.
Cut
it out.
Now that would make me smile. I love that tune.
Did she do that in a movie theater? I don't think so, Uncle Joey.
There you go.
I did. I'm the bad girl of Canada.
Our 8 a.m. sponsor is Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com as we salute Canada today.
Her
everybody but JT Real Muto.
Her album was solid.
Jagged Little Pill?
Yeah.
It's a solid
it was
album.
full of bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those like famous breakup albums.
Was she on Nickelodeon too?
No.
prior to
Wasn't
her fame?
she?
No.
I thought she was.
I don't think so. Because
Thought she got, like, slimed or something.
I thought she was.
Oh, okay. So she
No,
might have.
no,
I think she was on that show.
No,
I
I
think
thought she was something with Nickelodeon.
I thought she was too.
I don't think so. Because she was big in Canada in the early 90s.
Because
no, I
of
really
Nickelodeon?
do believe
No,
she had
she's not Drake.
Coach, you know stuff. Come on, man.
No, she's not Drake. She didn't like.
And if
get
Coach
famous
knows
from a TV
anything,
show.
it's like Nickelodeon show.
I don't think so.
You
I think
can't do that on television. Yeah.
You can't do that on television.
Okay, all right. You over there, stop acting
No,
like
but
you
I
even
knew
watched
that.
that show.
No,
you
but I
didn't
knew
know
it.
that.
Yes,
Stop.
I did
You're
know that.
piggybacking off it. You're piggybacking off his knowledge. Don't you piggyback knowledge?
I knew she had something
I
to
don't want
do
to
with
hear
that.
from you, sir. I think
outta
that's
here.
It's
I
a
think
Canadian sketch comedy group. I think that's where she got famous.
That's stolen.
That's where she was known.
No, John, that's stolen Nickelodeon valor that you're doing right now. And I don't appreciate it. All right,
used to
you're not
love
gonna
that
do
show.
that. Not on this show, even with your name on
I
it.
had a little crush on Alanis.
Oh yes, and she married
Dave Coulier.
Dave.
She
Coulier.
didn't marry him.
No, she
They
didn't
had
marry
a
him.
bad breakup. She was with Ryan Reynolds for a while.
He's
I
cool.
I did not see that.
I can't
relationship at
believe
all.
that Dave Coulier scored the same woman that
What
Ryan Reynolds
did. I mean, that's a big check on Dave Coulier's belt.
Well, the fact that he broke it off with her.
That's wild.
That's even more shocking.
No
Yes,
stuff.
Coach.
Yeah, so there was a show on Nickelodeon called "You Can't Do That."
Dude, we
on
Listen to the show.
Are you serious right now?
There's more coming. Give him a chance.
There's more.
You know what?
I believe in you, Coach.
Goodbye.
Keep going.
Have a good day. Alanis Morissette was a regular on the show.
Yeah, thought so.
Yep. And it was, let's see, I don't have a date here, though.
We
was
literally
like-
just covered this.
1981.
What are you bringing us that's new knowledge? We covered that.
He's confirming my genius.
No, he's not. He's sitting here not listening to the show and binging things.
Now
I'm
I
on
could
to
never.
you, man. I'm on to you.
Yeah, it's the way it's working. Okay, everybody that I encourage you to grab a pen and paper or grab your device and just start tapping away. And if you're driving, you're going to have to find a way to play along with us here. Every one of us had a homework assignment last night that I hope was completed. And we're checking homework right now, Pat. This is going to be like if Rooney was coming around, checking your homework. Pat and I had the same. Now, you did not have him as a teacher, though. Mr.
No,
Rooney.
he was the principal.
Disciplinarian or principal?
Principal at the time.
You had a good Rooney. Must have been a great
He was awesome. Yeah.
Dean
Great man.
Stazak.
Big fan.
Really, really. What?
Dean Stazak was our disciplinarian in high school.
Now, Dean Stazak sounds like badass.
Doesn't it? It sounds fitting for a disciplinarian, but he was cool.
And he was a good dude.
Yeah, I was in there a lot and, kind of won him over with my smile, and we became buddies.
See, Steve Mayako was our dean of discipline. And
Yeah.
He was absolutely awesome. Mr. Mayako was awesome. One of the best.
We had 3.
Wait a minute. You had 3 deans of discipline?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Ask Rancoco Valley Regional High School.
Which one was the scariest?
They all were. I don't know. I wasn't in there a lot, but we had multiple. I guess just to
Coach,
keep switching it up.
Did you have how many deans of discipline did you have? And I had a much bigger school than yours, I would figure.
We were like 2,400.
Oh,
we
that's
were
a
like
lot.
1,000 kids in a class. We were like 4,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And
Ohio was
but
that big?
each class had their own dean of discipline. So back then it was. It's not anymore. Things dropped down. But I want everybody to do a little announcement. You got to announce your intentions right now by doing a very simple exercise. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of all the teams in the NFL. And if you have to pull up a standings to look at it, you do it. And what I want you to do is tell me 9 teams that absolutely, just simple, will not make the playoffs this year in the NFL. That's all I'm asking you to do. Give me 9 teams that will not make the playoffs in the NFL. Now, for our exercise, I am going to just list my list, and I'm going to find how many of them are shared with the entire team, and we're going to find out how many we all have in common. Our buddy Bob checked in yesterday with this. I asked him if he would contribute his list because I want to keep this coach as it comes. His name's Bob Cooney.
Oh, he's
Bob
the
Cooney. You
the
like
suspended guy.
He's suspended.
Well, Pat, we weren't supposed to say that part out loud.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Crossing Broad's going to be running with this by
Now
like
the big
8:15.
announcement's ruined.
Yeah. Radio
The big announcement is we suspended somebody.
Bob Cooney suspended. All right, so I ask you to play along and try to compile the list. And I'm going to go by Bob's list and keep a track with him, too, as we go along. Jets are on my list. If they're on your list, just put a check. Don't talk about it yet. I have the Browns on my list.
I do as well.
Okay, so just you don't. Have
I
to-
do not.
You don't.
Okay,
you don't
I'm not
you
going to
don't
say
tell
anything.
yet.
I'm not going to say anything.
The Jaguars are on my list. So if you
Am I
have
supposed
them
to
on
talk
your-
here?
No, you're not. Just hold on there. The Texans are on my list.
Is this where I say something?
No, you don't say anything yet.
Is it my turn?
Just mark it down if you have the Texans on your list, and don't come back later and go, oh, I missed that one when you said it. Falcons are on my list.
Okay, so this
I'm not
is
gonna
my
say
part,
anything.
right?
Okay, so
Bingo.
No. We got to get to 9.
Got it.
The Bears are on my list,
Jamie, I think it's your turn.
I'm not saying
and they
anything.
were on the list there. Then the Lions are on my list.
Not going to say it.
I'm not going to say anything.
The Giants are on my list.
John, is it my turn?
No, it'll be coming soon.
Do I have bingo?
Giants are on my list. And the last one that I have there is what was the last one? Is
It's my turn then.
no, there it is not. Is I believe is Steelers. So
Oh,
I go
interesting one.
I go Jets, Browns, Jaguars, Texans, Steelers, Giants, Lions, Bears, Falcons.
Oh, my.
And I can tell you that 8 of 9, Bob Cooney and I match.
It's same for me.
I have 8 of 9, too.
I also have 8 and 9.
And the one that
Okay,
I
wait a
and
minute.
the
What's-
one that
what's
I
the one you don't have?
one that I don't have,
Is
I
the
actually
Steelers.
crossed off.
Who?
I crossed off the Browns. So
So
I
you
had
the Browns?
I had the Steelers, but and I originally had the Browns and I crossed them off.
Where do you go, Jay?
I had the Panthers instead of the Steelers.
So you had the Panthers instead of the Steelers.
Everything else
Connor?
was the same.
I had the Seahawks.
I had the Seahawks.
Okay,
that's
Bob-
my
that's a
team.
good
Bob,
one.
Bob Cooney had the Seahawks.
Yeah,
That's a good
mine's- I swapped the Seahawks for the Browns.
I like the Seahawks pick better than my Panthers pick.
Okay, so what we just did though,
So that's bad job by me.
just
That's
a
okay.
little is we took 25% of the NFL
It's not my fault.
and we said that of them, there's going to be 18 teams that are not going to make the playoffs. So all I asked you to do was to pick the bottom 9, the worst teams, the easiest picks of who's not going to make the playoffs, and we agreed on 8 out of 9.
I
That
will
to
be
me
honest,
is-
the Giants gave me slight hesitation, but then I just thought of their division, and I think they're the worst team in the division, so I felt comfortable with it.
Well, that's the first thing I did is I went to divisions and I said, who's the worst? Who do I think is going to be the worst?
That's what
team
I did too.
for that exercise. And then there was a couple places where I was just like the Jags and the Texans. I double dipped in their division.
Sure. And the Panthers, the reason I went with it was just I think it's the weirdest quarterback room possibly ever assembled. With Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Matt Corral.
I agree with you.
I think that's
but
too much
think,
turmoil.
I think that Baker getting a fresh start in Carolina will do him some good.
That's why I don't love that pick.
He's also got weapons. And the Browns I initially had, but if Deshaun Watson
We don't
plays,
know who's going to be
that's
their
the thing.
quarterback.
Initially I put him because I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to play this year. But
You think they're going to suspend him the year?
yeah,
I do not.
but that's the thing. Like, we don't know. So that's that I had to scratch them off.
I think
and
it's going to sink them enough that they don't make the playoffs, but I don't. Wow.
But think about, all these teams pretty much for the majority.
But we all go
there's
8 out-
two. There's two that have a quarterback.
We go 8 out of 9. Now, here's the thing is every year for my entire tenure in national radio, when I would do my national show, I would do this exercise where we did, but there used to be 20 teams that didn't make the playoffs. So the way we started previewing the NFL season, I always heard every show do their season previews was, okay, here's who's going to win the divisions. Here's who's going to be the wild cards. What I did is I said, let's try to identify the bad teams first. So we would do one weekend, we would do the first 10 out, and the next weekend we would do the next 10 out, where it gets harder. We're going to do this again next week for the next 9 out. But we already
That will definitely be harder.
But
yeah.
we already have agreed on 8 out of 9. So what is every team that we've agreed on, the 8 out of 9, they're locked. So they're done.
I feel
they're
pretty
in.
good about all of them.
Well, I have a question, and I don't want to kind of ruin what we're doing coming up because I imagine they're going to be mentioned the next time around. Did no one have Washington?
No, I think they're
None of us
better.
had 'em.
I think they're better than.
Obviously, Noah's had him.
I don't
That's
even think.
interesting to me.
I don't think they'll be on my next 9 either.
I don't think they're going to be that bad. The Carson Wentz hate in the city is
Okay,
real.
now wait a minute.
But he's not. He wasn't terrible last year.
We're gonna get into this.
I will probably pick them, but I won't feel great about
But
it.
we've just secured 8. So the 8 are locked. These are our missing the playoffs locks that we have right now. Those are locked in. Any team that, since we didn't agree on, all the 8 are eliminated. They are off the board. They are absolutely missing the playoffs. Now it's a matter of what's going to happen from this point on. And we're going to go through this exercise again. But I was surprised. I did not expect us to match 8. I really didn't. I did not think that 8 was going to be.
Well, we all went for what we perceived to be the worst, and we kind of agree there.
Yeah, I looked at teams that didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, basically that's what I did too.
And it's where we shop. Now, here's the question.
And the only reason I have the Browns on is because I think Deshaun Watson's a walking mess, and I don't know how the team could be successful this year, especially if he's suspended like up to 9 games or something.
I mean, on my list, you've got Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Geno Smith. Like, it's gross. It's a lot of grossness.
See, now the weird thing is like you look at Justin. Are you saying the team surrounding Justin Fields?
I don't think there's a shot in hell that Justin Fields is leading that team to anything.
Well, no. I get you
this
there,
upcoming season,
but it's not. You're not saying
I'm
that
not
it's
sold.
gross.
I'm not sold on Justin Fields as a quarterback now.
Are you sold on, and you're not sold on Trevor Lawrence either as quarterback?
No, I am, but that team is so. Both the Bears and the Jaguars are depleted of talent.
Okay, so what you're saying is those teams are gross.
Yeah, but I also don't think that those quarterbacks are ready to lead their teams to anything.
Okay,
like even if they had a little bit of talent, I don't know how much better the quarterback play is going to be.
Okay, so I got our 8 teams. So next week we have to come to it. We're going to do the same exercise again. And the only teams eliminated are these 8. And then we're going to see how many we match on again. And then the week after, we will try to come to some sort of consensus, haggle it out as to who the 18 teams that missed the playoffs are. This is going to get really hard. Take a guess now, and I'll write them down. What guess do you have on the amount we will match on next week?
Oh.
When I ask you to give me, next week, I'm just going to ask you to give me, I'm going to once again say, give me 9 teams that will miss the playoffs.
I bet it's at least 6 and maybe 7.
So you think 6 or 7? Pat, you think we're gonna next week? We'll because I'm.
Yeah, I would say
6
I would say
7.
6. I would say 6. Hard 6.
Then we'd be at 14. We'd still have to get 4 more.
Hard 6, huh?
And that's gonna be higher. You going around?
Yeah, I'd be right around 6.
I'm thinking it's going to be a lot harder as we work this process. But play along with us, too. And if you have a team that we didn't list in our locked 8, and I'll give you the locked 8 again. Giants, Lions, Bears, Falcons, Jets, Browns, Texans, Jaguars. And so those are our 8, and we'll get them, and then you can play along with us at home. Hey, Prime members, get Whole Foods Market Animal Welfare Certified Organic Chicken Breast. How do they fit that on a price tag? For just $6.99 a pound. Nice price tag. Through July the 12th, which, by the way, is today. While supplies last, learn more in the Whole Foods Market app.
It's also Prime Day.
Today and tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, are you doing any Prime Day shopping?
I know my wife is.
I mean, I always browse what's trending or on sale.
Okay, what is trending on sale?
I saw one yesterday or the day before maybe that was upcoming that a TV was like $400 off, a 55-incher.
Now, now, when you see that, do you go to Prime and then say, oh, they sold out?
I'll check.
Or do they tend to have?
But I don't really need a TV, but we have like a 42-incher that I use as like my portable outside TV. I was thinking about upgrading it and then mounting the 42 somewhere else. Crossed my mind, but it's irrational. So I didn't do it.
The girls spend so much time on Amazon.
I think they
look, but I think they look for things.
So easy.
Yeah, but I think they look for things to
like
buy.
they browse.
Oh, yes. I get targeted. I buy a bunch of like stupid kitchen gadgets. Like I bought it was like $8, but like one of those bag resealers the other day. You know,
what's a bag resealer?
So like if you have a bag of chips, it basically melts it sealed again.
Oh, really?
How about you just use the clips?
Why not clips?
Because it's better than the clip.
You definitely had a slap chop back in the day.
No,
slap chopsman.
What's that?
Yeah, see,
is that thing?
You don't remember slap chop?
You're gonna love my nuts.
You're lying if you didn't think about it.
Yeah, Vince Slomi.
Of course, we all thought
When you
about
put
it.
that in there.
Yeah, Vince Slomi from
Coach, you're the chef. You're the chef. Were you a? Did you ever have one of those?
No.
No, you never had one of those?
No. But the thing that Jamie's talking about,
don't
with
laugh
the
at the slap
resealer,
chop.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's phenomenal.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is, though, then you tear it again. Does it tear the bag?
Yeah.
Or does it create, so it makes a tear
It
in the
tears
bag
and it
when you open
reseals it. Yeah.
It tears and reseals, and then you just do it over again.
The chip clip is not a great thing.
It's not as good as airtight.
They're not as
the chip
good
clip's
as
great.
airtight. I love
Sometimes you just go the rubber band around it.
But Connor, we've already we've already identified the fact that you leave full Big Macs, all kinds of food right out on your nightstand.
Yes.
Grip it and rip it, baby.
you realize the bugs that are being just attracted.
It's good for you. It's
No, I'm in the basement, so it's hard for bugs to get down
That's
there.
like the best place for bugs to be. You realize that in a house.
Not like flies and stuff.
It's the most likely place that bugs will end up is
Yeah.
the basement.
And one of the best Amazon kitchen products I got is the sponge soap dispenser. So the sponge sits in this thing, and you just push it down, and the soap
it gets
comes
a little
up.
soap on it? That's
so you don't have
nice.
to constantly keep pouring the bottle out. It's great. It was like $4.
So
Love you, Amazon.
a lot of for like a morning protein with
such a dad.
with Copair.
Love you,
I'll-
Lord
I'll-
Bezos.
I'll have the rotisserie chicken, and I'll quarter up a rotisserie chicken. I watched a video of Bobby Flay how to do it, and I think my wife didn't believe me that I'd learned to how to perfectly quarter a chicken. It's unbelievable what that man can teach you in a video. I can take a knife now, and I can take a rotisserie chicken and do like bang, 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 and have it done. Like 4.
Well,
maybe-
Amazon has one of those pulled the meat shredders.
What's a meat shredder?
It looks like a grinder.
Oh, I don't wanna do that.
And then if you ever want to make like pulled chicken, you just turn it a couple times, pulled, boom, perfect. Amazon's got great kitchen hacks for like under $10.
Pulling the chicken. Jamie with great insights on pulling the chicken.
Better than choking it.
You don't like
There you go.
pulled chicken?
There you go. What do you think of the All-Star Game jerseys from Major League Baseball?
I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, but I enjoyed seeing players represent their own teams in their own jerseys. And to me, I saw people yesterday that sort of seemed outraged by it. They look sharp.
They look awesome.
But they just are it's generic. Compared to maybe it's not as big a deal to your generation. The All-Star Game used to be such a big thing. And to see Phillies players come up in their Phillies uniform in an All-Star Game used to mean something really, really big.
Yeah,
Like,
but
this is
I agree it was cool, but it was always weird to me when you saw, 9 different uniforms out there.
I love that, though. That was the best part about it.
I don't mind the uniformity of the jerseys. I like that they're still team, individualized, but kind of all on the same playing field, white and gold. And
okay,
I think they look sharp as hell. I didn't really give it too much thought.
I'm saying, to me, they looked so good, Pat. It's one of the things where they were done so well that I don't really think it's something you complain about. But I do miss. I like seeing teams, the players wear their own uniforms.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference to me. I think once Major League Baseball realized that they could sell jerseys,
yeah, that's probably what it comes down to.
Sell specialized jerseys, and that's all they thought about. I mean, there's some poor sap out there rocking a Don Brown All-Star Game jersey.
Oof.
And how many of them did you buy?
None. I do have a Don Brown jersey, but I don't have an All-Star Game anything. And most of the time is because of that very fact. It's like, how many times are they going to be in the All-Star Game? And when you're wearing it, people can't recognize the fact that you're wearing a Philadelphia Phillies player's jersey. You're wearing an All-Star jersey. So I never got like Pro Bowls or All-Star Game jerseys, but it's all about the money. It's all about the fact that these leagues can make money off those things. The Mitchell and Ness or store, the Nike store down at the ballpark is going to be stocked full of Kyle Schwarber All-Star Game tees and jerseys and whatnot, and then they'll get a 3-week stretch where they can hopefully sell them.
Connor, when I see somebody wearing a Pro Bowl jersey, NFL Pro Bowl jersey, I roll my eyes every time.
Yeah, that's always dumb to me too.
That's like a
completely agree with
try-hard
you.
moment.
Now, this one though, like the Pro Bowl jerseys or the NBA All-Star Game jerseys, they don't do it for me because they're just for that game. I wouldn't buy one of these, but I wouldn't judge someone for having like a Phillies gray and gold All-Star jersey, like a Bryce Harper All-Star jersey.
No, I mean, if they look sharp enough,
they're cool.
That I don't think anybody should be like the people were actually complaining about it yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because when you say like seeing the whole different jerseys, I remember
enjoyed that part
I
of
enjoyed that as well, but I also don't have an issue with this. It's kind of like as long as they've still got the Phillies on there, whatever logo the team uses, I'm cool with that.
Which just looks sharp. I would not find myself buying one.
No, I have a
buy
Ryan Howard jersey with a mustard stain on it. That's good for life.
Do you wear baseball jerseys?
I did back when I was younger than the guys. Now that I'm older than the guys, I feel a little.
But you don't
strange.
with football, though.
No, because I went throwback.
And you're older than all the guys.
Yeah.
Except Tom Brady.
I wear a Randall jersey. I'm still younger than Randall.
Okay, that's odd, though. If you're doing that.
It's my brain. It's allowed to be odd.
That's a good point. He has
That's
a point
a great
where it
point.
is his brain. One of my best friends is like that. He won't wear any jerseys or T-shirts of anybody younger than him.
Yeah,
okay, that's bizarre.
I don't, but obviously I wear plenty of jerseys, but I understand the logic. But
I would not follow kids that interned for me. I would not follow them on social media till they graduated college. And that used to, or friends of Olivia who are like family to us. I do not follow teenagers on social media. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't want to do that. Like that. Like, I think that's a little creepy.
Yeah, it is.
When I see guys following teenagers on social media, I think it's just a bit.
What about famous teenagers?
I think it's strange.
What are they famous
for?
for?
You see, that's weird
Well,
to
like
me.
what's that girl from Stranger Things? Millie Brown?
Millie Bobby Brown?
Millie
yeah,
Bobby
but if
Brown?
You're following for like Stranger Things stuff. Like,
Well,
you're
that's
a
what I'm
celebrity.
saying. I mean, pick a
That's-
famous teenager.
But like your kids'
No, then
friends
you
or
follow
something,
Stranger Things account. Then you follow the Stranger Things account. You don't follow the individual.
No, she's got a lot of followers, I'm
she
sure.
does, yeah.
Well, I'm sure she does. There are probably other
A
teenagers.
lot of grown-ass men.
Well, there you go.
Bon
That's
Jovi's kid.
Drake's definitely following her.
Is she dating Bon Jovi's kid?
Yeah, she's dating John Bon Jovi.
He started a rosé company. It's actually quite delicious. John Bon Jovi's kid started a rosé company.
You drinking rosé is
he old enough to drink?
There have been
Nectar
so many
of the
things
gods.
today that shock me. I'm shocked with you with rosé.
I love it.
Is that kid old enough to drink?
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's starting a rosé company?
It's called
I don't think he
Hampton
is.
Waters.
She's barely 18.
I don't know
How
how
old
many
is
kids
he?
he has.
Okay.
Yeah, but
There
she's
you go.
British, so she can drink it.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good point.
Boom.
Hey, our listener suggested segment of the day quotes Pat Egan and calls me a name.
Ooh.
Stick around, won't you? We appreciate you. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know this, that betting on baseball can be aggravating at times. Betting on individual player performances on baseball, to me, a far more effective way for me to win. I see over and unders in baseball games as a far more effective way to win. Betting on teams to win sometimes doesn't work out for me. I love a lot of the different options that the BetParks app gives me. I love the fact that I can bet on individual player performances. I can bet on hits and home runs and strikeouts. And many, many times, Aaron Nola is going to give you that effort that's going to help you, especially with the over on the strikeouts. Live in-game wagering is where it's at, though. If you think the Phillies are going to make a comeback, you bet on it. While they're down, the odds are better in your favor, and you can cash in. I know this, with a $750 risk-free bet, you can cash in any day you want. Go to betparks.com. If you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey and you're 21 years old, use my promo code Kincade. Get a risk-free bet up to $750. The BetParks app gives you so many ways in all those casino games, ways that you can have fun and engage yourself, whether you're here in Pennsylvania or you're down the Jersey Shore, or if you're just living in Jersey altogether. Go to betparks.com. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to njdiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
A Valorant team is currently shocking the scene, and they're not from the most popular region. South Korean team DRX has won all 7 of their matches in the Korea Valorant Champions Tour without even dropping a map. This feat is rarely heard of in Valorant, and DRX proves that teams outside of North America and Europe are starting to rise to greater heights. If DRX continues this pace, the team will be playing in the Valorant Masters event in Copenhagen in July.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Where did I put that?
Pete's property manager just took an extended vacation. He needs a replacement before this becomes a cruel summer.
You wanted the lakefront for the 17th.
How did this get double booked already?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Meet Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boosts that make you feel like...
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Boost effervescent vitamins turn your H2O into H2O to give you a fizz-tastic feeling like...
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Because it's not just vitamins, it's Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet.
Whew, let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bang for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to get conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Don't miss incredible Macy's Black Friday and July specials, like 50% off designer dresses for any occasion. And complete the look with 30 to 50% off summer shoes and sandals. And get 40 to 60% off gadgets and cookware from Martha Stewart collection. Plus, download the free Macy's app today for even more amazing Black Friday and July specials from Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? Yeah, that means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift. Or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to Amazon.com/hourly. That's Amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
When my wife and I moved into our new home about 2 years ago, we were told by our home inspector, dude, your HVAC system, you'll be lucky if you get another year out of it. So we did some research. We listened. We talked to people about their experiences with their HVAC system. And you know, we heard John talk about H&H Heating and Air Conditioning for so long. I did a little online research, and I said, boom, this is a company I can trust that we want to move forward with. And they were great. John Leake, one of their managers, came out to my house with his guy. He looked at our house, our system, and he gave us options. He said, all right, here's about 4 options. We can improve your efficiency. We can get you up to date on the Wi-Fi system. We can do what's best for your family, your budget, whatever. No pressure. You guys decide on the option you want, and we'll move forward. And tomorrow, it's going in. I can't wait to get this new system in our house. And dealing with H&H Heating and Air Conditioning was an absolute breeze. No pressure at all. John said, get back to me whenever you want. We can start whenever you want. And guess what? We have the equipment in stock in our warehouse. We're ready to go for you whenever you want. It was a breeze dealing with H&H Heating and Air Conditioning, so I can't recommend them enough to you. Tomorrow, that house is going to be crispy cold. I can't wait for it. We have the warranty information up front, equipment in stock. Everything was great. They're a trustworthy, honest, and reputable company. So call H&H and have them come out. You'll see right away why they have so many 5-star online reviews. Visit DelcoHVAC.com. That's DelcoHVAC.com. And tell them Jamie Lynch says hello.
The John Kincade Show.
He's like a jittery piece of geek jerky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Everything dies, baby.
Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about, Coach.
Everything that dies, someday he comes back. Put your
Now, this is some Canadian rock.
Get your hair up.
No, wait a minute. No.
Don't really like this too much.
No, I don't either.
This is great. Shh.
Atlantic City.
I feel like I'm watching Hee Haw.
This is pretty good.
Oh,
I can get behind this.
pretty good.
It's not my kind of.
This is great.
Sorry.
The band's the most underrated band of all time.
What?
And it was a very creative name.
What was their song in Spider-Man's trilogy? Did they do one?
Well, you got me there.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Owned.
Damn.
You got owned, dude. You and the band got owned.
They got the multiverse now, so technically every song's in the Spider-Man trilogy.
I can't
Checkmate.
even. People try to explain the whole Spider-Man thing to me, and I
The multiverse.
My daughter loves the Spider-Man movies, so I'm like, I can't figure it out.
There's multiple verses.
The multiple universe.
It's not hard to figure
stuff
out.
The
Wormholes.
multiple universes.
String theory.
Yeah, it's great.
The band. They just make you smile.
Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, the boat on the bay, they make you smile too, right, Jamie?
Absolutely.
Bet Parks, when you're down the shore, you can download the Bet Parks app. Go to betparks.com. You got to be 21 in New Jersey. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. And in this listener-suggested segment, this guy wants to take out, Vince Herrig wants to take out me and Bob because it certainly doesn't apply to Jamie and Pat.
Here is the listener-suggested segment of the day.
I wish Bob was here to sort of take the bullet along with me, but I'll read his note. Vince Herrig, and I appreciate you listening to the show. And I'm saying, Pat, I'm telling him thanks for listening.
Appreciate that.
He says, I'm sorry, guys. I love the show, but I think you all purposely are ignoring the huge flaws in Jalen Hurts' game. Jamie was my hero.
Wow.
For being the first to throw in the towel.
Chad Kroger sang about that.
And I think the others cheerleading is even starting to sway him.
No.
Mark my words, this is going to be bad. He will be the reason they don't achieve what we all expect them to do. And I'm talking 10-plus wins. As Pat would say, cowards.
Bang.
Who commits to them being a playoff team today? I personally think Vince is a little off base because, yes, Bob and I have not thrown in the towel on Jalen Hurts, but we both had the towel in our hand for the second half of the year. And I find it that I can't throw in the towel on somebody who led a team to the playoffs and has a chance to do it again. But what I will say is this. I don't think that throwing in the towel on Jalen Hurts means I think these guys, Vince Herrig, are going to flip your script on you because I believe they're going to be a playoff team. But I don't believe that means that in 2023, I'm going to say Jalen Hurts is definitely the guy.
Yeah, I don't think
they're independent.
I don't think that's the watermark you're looking for.
Now, Vince obviously believes, though, you're getting swayed. That we're starting to sway you by all the positive talk. Tell him about it.
I think they can be a playoff team in spite of him.
So you go as far as to say in spite of him.
Yeah. I mean, look, the only person that's going to change my opinion on Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. Nobody's talk or opinions is going to sway me. I saw what I saw, and I don't think it's good enough. And why I feel the way I do is I don't think he can improve on it enough to become a top 10 guy. And if you're not a top 10 or 12 guy, you're wasting your time. Because, yeah, you could probably win a Super Bowl once a decade without one of those guys, but it's going to take the right circumstance, the right team around them.
The right price? Oh, no, that's your car dealer.
So could he be that guy you win one with every 10 or 11 years? Maybe, but I'd rather go find a guy that's a top 10, 12 guy that every year you feel as though you're in it.
Pat, you threw in the towel second on Jalen Hurts, and I don't feel like you've moved off that position.
Not at all.
So I think Vince is a little off base with his take. He can take bullets. So I can take the bullets from Vince, but I don't consider myself a cheerleader.
Maybe Vince thinks that because we've all said that we hope we're wrong. I don't think he's okay. Look, I don't think that Jalen Hurts is ever going to be the guy. I think he's a poor man's Tyrod Taylor. I've said that before. I'll repeat it. But with that said, and the good thing.
That is bold.
No, it's not, because when we looked at the number, like Tyrod Taylor's a serviceable bridge quarterback.
T-Mobile has had that, correct.
Now, with that said, the good thing for Eagles fans is I'm wrong all the damn time. So, my take on Jalen Hurts, take it with a massive grain of salt. And I would love to be wrong about it because I don't want to be looking for a quarterback in a year. But it's really concerning to me that a quarterback that works as hard as he does and that lives in the film room and has all the intangibles off the field couldn't read a defense in his first NFL game or first NFL playoff game. And that jumped out to me in neon. Like, it's not for lack of trying. I'd actually rather it be for lack of trying because you can improve on that.
Because then you can write somebody off.
Yeah, but there's no doubt in my mind that he was in the film room, was studying tape, and they were able to confuse him.
And working out and doing
and it wasn't all that difficult. They basically just forced him to his left. So I don't see how much he can actually improve to make this team a viable contender. And it's a shame because I think they have everything else except the quarterback.
Yeah, Connor, you agree with me, though, that Vince sort of, I think, a little unfair to Jamie and Pat?
Yeah, absolutely. Earlier today, even, Jamie and Pat both said they're still out on him before we got into this segment. So, yeah, it's a little unfair, and I don't think they're going to get swayed at all.
I'd love to be wrong for the record.
Jamie is, honestly, I think you're you or me are the least people to be swayed by somebody else's opinion.
Look, I was probably the only person in the city of Philadelphia limits that approved of the Jalen Hurts draft selection. So I'm in a weird spot in that I like the kid. I thought he had potential, but I think I've seen enough where I know he's not going to be a top 10 guy.
All right, there you go.
That's my ultimate goal for the Eagles is go get a top 10 guy. That's why I was, excited for the possibility of Russell Wilson. Those guys don't come around very often. They're hard to obtain. So when you have a shot at one, I think you do everything you can in your power to do it.
Do you, Connor, are you closer to me or closer to Jamie and Pat?
I'm closer to you, John. I think the work ethic, we haven't seen him really have a transitional offseason. By that, I mean a year we saw him play as the starter significantly and then what he can improve upon and be able to see those changes clearly. I think there's going to be a big jump in his game. Now, I don't know what exactly that means, but I think there'll be a noticeable difference.
Okay, you got to tell me a little bit about, though, when you say a big jump in his game. Like, what does that mean?
I think passing yard, like as a passing quarterback, we're going to notice he's significantly better, and that is going to be, you could attribute that to A.J. Brown, which might make it fool's gold almost, but he's going to look significantly better as a passer, and I will commit to them being a playoff team today, which was his question down there at the bottom.
So we all agree on them being a playoff team today.
But they can be a playoff team based on the strength of schedule. They could be a playoff team with Gardner Minshew.
Now, you say despite him. Pat, are you the same way as Jamie? That they can make the playoffs despite him?
They did last year.
Yeah, I don't think
they made it last year.
I don't see how many games we look at next season and go, man, they won that game because of Jalen Hurts. Now, with that said, a large part of that might be because of the fact they don't have a really tough schedule. But when we look at last year, how many games did Jalen Hurts go out and win?
I would say Denver. He was pretty instrumental.
Denver was his best game of the year,
might
right?
be it.
I mean, in fairness, he should have led them to that Giants come from behind victory had Jalen Reagor not dropped two.
That was the worst game of the year.
It was, but he
so
led
you wouldn't say you won because of him.
But if he leads, 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter,
the bed for 4 quarters
I know, but
against one of the worst teams in football.
But that's the NFL. If you play like crap for 3 quarters and lead your team back to a victory in the fourth, you get credit for that.
Yeah, that's all anyone remembers is the fourth. And Jamie, you had the list of quarterbacks that they've beaten the last 2 years or whatever.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, and it's not getting better. Like, the quarterbacks that they're going to face this year aren't great for the most part. So I just don't know how many games we look at. I think most of the games that they win this season are kind of going to be like last season where we look back and we go, okay, he was all right. He was fine. But it was a turnover. It was the running game. It was... look, I mean, if it's the wide receivers, then obviously he had a part in it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to give like to me the whole thing of like the Giant game. I'm not giving you credit because you lead a comeback after crap in the bed for 50 minutes against one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Matt Stafford's done that his entire career, and he's lauded.
No, Matt Stafford is one of the most prolific passers the game has ever had.
Yeah, and he also led the league in fourth quarter comebacks because a lot of times he was crap for 2 or 3 quarters, and his team was crap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's he supposed to do there?
Draft better, Gene.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you lead the team back in the fourth quarter, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yes and no. I understand John's point. Like, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it.
You're against the Giants.
You're excited.
That was the worst game.
But the question was, how many was he responsible for?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have said, if we win that Giants game, you pull that out. You're not going to go, well, we won that game because of Jalen Hurts.
I don't know. He made 2 pretty clutch throws in the final minutes of the game that should have been touchdowns.
Against one of the worst teams in the NFL after having 3.5 crappy quarters.
I don't care what the score is at the end of the day. It's all about the W.
It is, but it does have to do with how you got there.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it does matter.
Especially in this city.
Yeah, you're talking to the guy that's most out on him all of us.
No, I'm most out on him.
No, I think that Jamie is. I think that Jamie is the most out on him. Jamie, you wanted to talk about something earlier on the show I didn't get the chance to get to about Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Jordan, again,
he doesn't talk very often, and that's why when he does talk, it catches my attention. I mean, he's MJ, and it's weird for an owner and a guy as heavily involved in the league as he is. You'd think you'd hear from him more often, but you really don't. So he had a quote the other day that I guess kind of went viral in the NBA Twitter sphere, dealing with the lack of loyalty in today's league. He was in an interview and he said, players need to stay true to one team. 1 minute a player is on a team, the next minute they want to be traded to a different team. It's getting ridiculous. Completely fair, fairly benign statement. A lot of people would say, yeah, duh. I think it's part of what makes the NBA surging in popularity in these most recent years is it's a soap opera league. I mean, it really is. I think it's part of its appeal. The turmoil of it, I think, has helped the league grow, honestly.
The beef,
but I get what he's saying.
I heard Cuz and Chunas talk about this last week, that you can find a game on the random schedule where you can find beef between players or teams or something like that. And that's awesome.
It's great for the league. Everybody likes a heel.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they're heels. Anthony Davis was a heel for the way he handled himself getting out of New Orleans. And that's good for the sport, ultimately. So while MJ's point is fair, his era was all about, pretty much loyalty to teams. Now, I think it was Draymond Green had a podcast last week, and he said what all NBA players think, and it kind of goes back to the Dame thing, too. He said, I'm the president of Draymond Green Enterprises. We are a business. Now, people might not like to hear that, but it's the truth. I mean, these guys are making, $500 million in their career at this point. It was only 8 or 9 years ago that Mike Conley signed the largest contract in NBA history, and I think it was for like $145 million at the time. Now the salary cap's gone up so much that these guys are signing $260 million deals. So in 7 or 8 years, these guys' earning potential went up $100 million. It's great for the athletes. It is what it is, but these guys are multi-million-dollar businesses now, and that's the part I think MJ, as somebody that started kind of this whole monetization of your brand, I thought he would have a little bit, I guess, more understanding of why guys do what they do now.
It shocks me because I wish every single person in every single career looked at it the way NBA players are today. I wish they looked at themselves as being an individual brand, that everything they do, every decision they make, how they carry themselves, what choices they make, who they align with, matters from the day you start your career path.
Like, think about Durant, for example.
I think it's brilliant.
When part of his appeal to go to Golden State was, yes, it was a super team that he had a really good chance to win with. Part of it was their ownership group are tech bros, and they're very educational to their players and locker room and staff about how to invest money in tech and how to grow your portfolio.
Which he wanted to do.
Which was very important to him. Andre Iguodala has made a lot of money investing his money that he learned from the ownership group of the Warriors. So it's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's part of their culture is they help their players make more money. And then Kevin Durant wanted to go to New York, where his business operation is. So both places he demanded to were because of Kevin Durant Enterprises. And I'm kind of surprised MJ doesn't get that.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Especially a guy with his business acumen.
Here's the deal, though, is I know a lot of people in our industry that because I believe you should look at your career. I think whatever industry you're in, you should look at your career and you look at yourself as a brand. But there are many people, though, who build brands, but then they're not cooperative with being good team members. And I think that's the thing that maybe MJ's getting a block on, is he's associating a guy who has an individual brand as to not being good team or worried about team goals. One of the things you got to do, you can have a career brand in our industry or any other industry, but you better be a damn good team player. You better be good with, play well with others.
And I think
you better
Durant
help
proved
bring
that.
people along. I think he's not. I think he's being a terrible teammate. He's
Right
running
now,
on the
currently,
team that he built.
But
he's running on the team that he begged them to build for him. And he's running.
But with the Warriors, he was a great teammate, and he just slid right in and was seamless.
He walked into a great situation.
Well, yeah.
And took someone else's team that was already built, slid in.
But that's
and then,
not easy to do.
And by the way, then he burned bridges by the time he left.
I mean, it's not.
It had a bad breakup.
Steph Curry's talking about being open to the possibility of him coming back.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
he
not
had
that bad.
No, it was a bad breakup.
Him
with
and
management.
Draymond they're just beefing in podcasts and Twitter stuff. They would welcome Kevin Durant back with open arms.
They love him.
I can't quit you.
Yeah, they welcome him back.
See, I don't think they'd want to.
Oh, yeah,
I would not want to break up. I can tell you right now, if I'm Golden State, you're stupid to break up that core they've got.
If you think for 1 second that if Buck Bellew was offered up to you for me, Jamie, and Bob, that you wouldn't take that in a heartbeat, you would.
No, because
you miss Buck. I hear you all the time.
Buck would say to you, Johnny boy, I don't know anything about that Jersey Shore.
But he would get to learn it.
He'd say, Johnny boy, the one thing I do miss is singing "Beat the Mets."
He would get to learn it, though.
I don't think no.
You would trade us in a heartbeat. I don't blame you for it.
I wouldn't trade you.
That's your boy.
I would not trade you.
We say
to do this show in this place, I would not trade you. Not believe me. Believe it for.
Well, maybe he would trade who he's got now for you. I mean, I
think he would.
He might have had a little bad blood. Like all right, you for example, right? Like you have bad blood with chicken Caesar salads.
Yes,
but it doesn't mean you're never going to eat a chicken Caesar salad again.
I do. In fact, I've had them.
Yes,
I've had them,
delicious.
A chicken Caesar wrap.
I've not. I'm skipping that bread.
And Kevin Durant, just because he burned them doesn't mean they won't trade for him again, 'cause he's talented.
They would roll out the red carpet and welcome him back so fast it would make your head spin.
Well, they've got the opportunity to do so. I don't believe they will. They have the opportunity to do so.
I saw a report yesterday that said Steph Curry is open to the idea of it.
He's open to the idea,
and
but I
he
don't believe they
carries
will.
that much weight with the front office that they would listen.
Now, Pat, you wanted to talk about the Phillies minor league system, which has been trashed by a lot of people a lot of times.
Yeah, mostly me.
Yeah, look, and I understand why. Because I think when you look at the Phillies minor league system through history, hasn't really been great. Okay,
Pat, those are the insights.
That was a nice way to say it.
Connor, that's a topic for your podcast.
It's a hot take alert.
Are you guys done?
It's really good.
I have to laugh at the pain.
Can I continue?
Yes.
I don't think it's been as bad as we have made it out to be. Jamie, please shut your mic off.
Come on, Jamie,
for about 3 minutes and let me make my case, and then you'll have your time. No, look, the 08 team and that whole run was basically built a lot by the farm system. And when you want to look at the trades, well, trades can't happen without your farm system. So they were brought over by the farm system, even though the farm system, the players that they traded away, most of them didn't really amount to much other than Carlos Carrasco, who at one point was DFA'd by the Indians, and then Travis d'Arnaud, who took a little bit. But this current team, and Bob alluded to this, actually you were out with us, Jamie, so but Bob alluded to it. When you look at this current team, JT Realmuto was a trade, but he was a trade from your farm system. So you got to give your farm system a little bit of credit with that. Reese Hoskins is from the farm system. Aaron Nola's from the farm system. I'm trying to think. Alec Boehm's from the farm system. Bryson Stott, who isn't playing well, but he's still from the farm system. So the current team, it built a little bit from the farm system, and then Kyle Gibson's a trade from the farm system. But we've also looked at the prospects that they have right now, and saying, like, they don't have much to give up. Well, they have yet another guy that has entered the top 100 baseball prospect list. And take that for what it's worth, because when you look at the history of the MLB's top 100 prospects, it's littered with who the hell are theys. But Griff McGarry enters, and he joins Logan O'Hoppe, Andrew Painter, and Mick Abel.
Mick Abel's on fire.
Look, so is Griff McGarry, by the way. He's like a strikeout machine. So I guess what I'm getting at is, like, this farm system, while it's popular to say it's trash and it's horrible and this and that, it might not be as bad as we make it out to be. And I do wonder if, barring a couple of the teams like the Rays and the Astros that seem like they always have it, I wonder if this is kind of like a power play in hockey, where if you ask every fan base, how's your power play? Oh, it sucks. And then you're like, well, actually, you're third in the NHL. But you don't score, you don't score every time. So it just the illusion's there that you suck. I don't think the farm system is as bad as we make it out to be. But then again, I'm like Patty minor leagues. Like I love prospects, so I'm jaded by it.
Here's one question for you.
Go ahead, and if it's about the outfielder, then I'm going to leave.
It's about the outfielders, Pat.
I'm going to leave.
You get 3 cracks at it every single year.
I can't do it.
Since the inception of farm systems, the Phillies has developed Greg Luzinski and Dominic Brown as all-stars.
Yep.
That's it. That's the list. Dom Brown, okay, I can't take that from him, but it was essentially a month and a half of in fuego baseball where he was seeing beach balls. Outside of that, it's the bull. That's it. And JT, no. Sixto Sanchez does not get credit because he didn't pan out to anything either, so I can't give him credit for JT Realmuto. Every team can trade prospects.
Pat, I can understand the frustration, but I can understand Jamie's frustration too.
I can too. My outfield thing is like it's frustrating and it's kind of amazing, but
it's almost impossible.
It's almost impossible.
It almost is. You can absolutely give the farm system credit for getting JT Realmuto because
how does Sixto pan out?
Well, he's injured right now.
Who cares? He's not ours.
But when he's pitched really well. But he's injured right now.
Mm-hmm.
So in a year from now, we could be sitting here talking about how Sixto Sanchez is like a stud.
But the point was, at one point, he was untouchable.
Yeah,
and he hasn't really done squat.
Did you just do air totes on untouchable?
Untouchable.
Coming up.
But you have to give them credit for having him in the system
you
to get you talent.
Trade Kyle Drabek. He's too good.
But they did.
And how did he work out?
Just because Joe Hoagie-Mouth was yelling that he was untouchable doesn't mean that he was actually untouchable, because clearly he wasn't, because he was used in a trade to get Roy Halladay. You have to give him credit for that. Good day.
No.
There you go. Good
no
job.
credit is deserved.
I rest my case. I'm getting the last word.
And he didn't say, he still doesn't know how to say Halladay. He just still, it's like he insists on
just throw it to break, Johnny. All right? Throw it to break.
The farm system sucks.
We're done here. Cuz Radio coming up next.
But it is. But I will say this.
No, another hour till Cuz Radio.
No, I'm done.
It is the best it's been in a decade.
Yeah.
I will say that.
The Phillies head to the Great White North.
We agree.
Thanks for listening.
Minus a few unvaxxed players, and one of them had a lot to say last night. 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show's next on The Fanatic. You know, in a few short weeks, we will be sending our college-bound student to her first fall semester at Temple University. And many of you out there are saying, how are we paying for all this? Well, here's what I recommend. You should have done it before, but do it now. Turn to College Ave student loans and take the stress out of paying for college. CollegeAv.com. What they're going to do to you is lay out all the different loan options. You got a student loan calculator. You get instant credit decisions. Your rate is going to be given to you right then, and you apply in only 3 minutes. So what it allows you to do is build a private student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and your students' goals. Because I'm amazed the amount of people who say, oh, I didn't know I was going to have to pay this much back. You make these decisions now, educated decisions on your education with collegeav.com. They take the stress out of it. You're going to love it. Log on tonight or this weekend with your college-bound student. Do it together. And while you're on their site, be sure to enter the free textbooks for your sweepstakes. Another way that College Ave can help you manage unexpected expenses along your journey. There's no purchase necessary to enter. See official rules for details. Go to collegeav.com/freebooks.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, kids. I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is here. So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And the new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup. Made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and you can go yard all July long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is, even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So head on over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB. That's promo code BOB.
21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
This is your captain speaking. You better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I noticed my passport was due to expire, so I went to Staples. I got a passport photo in 10 minutes, so we're good to go.
Now at Staples, get 20% off travel products when you purchase a passport photo. Get travel ready at Staples, your one-stop travel prep destination.
Hey, let me tell you about another time that Staples saved my caboose. That all started back.
N731, in-store only. Excludes Instacart orders, certain products, services, and technology. See staplesconnect.com/services/travel for details.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet.
Whew, let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bank for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, Andrew here to congratulate my friends over at Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey. They were just named South Jersey Magazine's best bridal jewelry store for 2022. Guys, listen, if you're looking to get engaged, Family and Company is the only place to go. That's where I went. The largest selection of designer jewelry, the best service, and the best prices. Go see my man Angelo at the showroom, tell him Andrew sent you, and they will take care of you. I promise. Online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup?
The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection, poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the bag.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
It's about nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
This is where the DJ talks. Don't say anything. Okay.
Jamie, do you know how to sing this?
No.
Oh, beauty, go. Okay. Good
Canadians?
Welcome to our single. I'm Bob McKenzie, and this is my brother Doug.
Love Bob McKenzie.
There you go. They're going to tell you to take off, Hosier.
Okay, everyone. This record was my idea.
Hey, 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com.
Love Rick Moranis, though.
You do a big Rick Moranis fan?
Yeah, he did one of the most admirable things ever.
Yeah, he shrunk his whole family.
What do you mean?
When his wife got cancer, he left Hollywood to go take care of his kids and family. I always thought that
I've
was
never heard that story.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he disappeared.
I didn't know that.
His wife got cancer. I think she eventually passed.
Yeah, I think she did too.
And he stayed to be a full-time dad.
He's come kind of out of retirement because the kids are older.
Yeah.
That's why you see him here and there pop up. But
he was at the height of his career. Probably, could have made bank and, probably gotten somebody to care for his kids and do all that. But he said, no, they need a parent.
Well, that's an amazing story.
Isn't that cool? That just makes me
that is really
that makes me love Rick Moranis.
He got punched out of the blue in New York.
What, 2-3
during
years
the pandemic.
ago?
Yeah, it was the height of the pandemic.
Did he have a brain injury or something?
I don't think so.
But
some guy came out of nowhere and just cold cocked him, and the internet was like, "Who the hell?
We will find you. You don't mess with Rick Moranis."
Yeah, because he's he's a treasure.
Rick Moranis.
He's a treasure.
Wow,
I mean, he beat Kevin O'Shea at one time.
I think you're skewing it a little bit.
No, he got the icebox. He got Junior Floyd. He got the whole team going. There was Kevin. I got Kevin's dad to come back and watch him play, which was a big moment in the movie.
Rick Moranis enjoyed Canada. And obviously, JT Realmuto doesn't. And JT Realmuto last night, of course, he made the decision not to be vaccinated. He made the decision to not be with his team, knowing that was the fallout from it, like Matisse Thybulle. And JT Realmuto had a chance to expound on a variety of reasons why he's not with the Phillies in Toronto. We will let you hear from him right now.
I mean, yeah, it's an extremely unfortunate situation. Obviously, my teammates know how I feel about them and how bad I want to be out there with them, but it's just unfortunate that I'm not able to make the trip.
What are your reservations with the team?
I mean, I'm a healthy 31-year-old professional athlete that I just didn't feel a need to get it. I've had COVID a couple of times and super mild symptoms back when it first came out. And when it came time to decide whether I needed a vaccine or not, I talked with a couple of doctors that I knew and told them my story and really decided I didn't think I needed it. I wasn't going to take it just because I was told to, basically. So
even if they're not missing, because you're going to forfeit a good amount of salary.
Yeah, but I mean, what's money when I'm not going to let Canada tell me what I do and don't put in my body for a little bit of money? It's just not worth it.
That little bit of money, $260,000. Little bit of money.
Yeah, that was the only real issue I had with it. The rest I've exhausted caring about. If he doesn't want to get it, that's his right. But when you're tone deaf to say, yeah, $260,000, a little bit of money. Nah, man, that's a lot of money that your average fan that comes to watch you play baseball would kill for.
Do you know the average Philadelphian's salary?
We're the poorest large city in America, JT.
We aren't anymore.
We're near the bottom.
We're near there.
What is it, like $46K?
No.
We started from the bottom, and now we're almost
65.
there.
Oh, okay, I see.
65 is the average annual salary in Philadelphia if you're a Philadelphia person.
I need to talk to Joe Bell.
65,000 is the average. If you make 75,000, you're in the 75th percentile. And you're considered a top earner if you average $100,000 in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so that's just
100 flat, not 101, 100 flat.
That's just tone deaf on his part. Like, we're aware it's a little bit of money to you, JT, but to your average American, that is not a little bit of money. That is a substantial amount of money, and you're not playing a baseball game and sacrificing it, which is your right. But I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard to sacrifice $260,000. But that's his.
Yeah,
that's
but
his right.
To him, that's what I mean.
It's
that's
2 game checks
$70.
apparently.
Like think about it. I mean, to him,
you're right.
200,000 is the equivalent of like $70 to $100.
It's crazy.
You know what it would be? The average, the money that he says is just a little bit of money.
Pat, I lost $50 on the train. I'm still not over.
Oh, I'm with you. Like I lose like $5.
We looked for it too. We did. We looked for it.
If I lose like a $3 MMA bet, I'm not handling it well.
Well, the average Philadelphia home, Connor. The average Philadelphia home right now.
Wow, price is going up. Average $225.
Really good. $233.
Okay,
good job, Connor.
I used to work in mortgages.
That's really, really good. So the average home in Philadelphia is $233,000. But to JT Realmuto, it's just a little bit of money. No, it's just someone's home that they'll live in for 30 years, JT. Maybe give to their kids, give to others. That is the tone deaf of all tone deaf responses from him. And more importantly, though, it came down to to me, again, if he doesn't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. You want to get you talked to a couple doctors and you did your research, fine. You can do whatever you wish, you're a grown man. But the idea that he says, I'm not going to be told what to do, to me is just the most childish response that I ever get from an adult. Whenever I hear an adult say the words, I feel like, are you 14? Are you 12? You just sound like you're 12. I'm not going to be told what to do.
Well, I think it's more about.
I've heard people do it in the business world. I'm not going to be told what to do.
I think it's more like I'm not going to be told what to do by another country when I'm only going to be there for 2 days. Now, most Americans would have the luxury of just not going, and he does, but he's costing his team, the ability to possibly produce in a big spot.
So JT's never traveled internationally, I guess.
I don't know.
Because in order to travel internationally, other countries tell you exactly what you're allowed to do. And so I'm guessing JT Realmuto, his feet have been on American soil his entire life. He's never let a foreign country tell him what to do. This is the most childish, stupid response I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, when I went to Australia, I had to get my shots.
Yes, because they tell you have to show your vaccination records to go to many countries. You have to be able to produce them. But JT doesn't want to be told what to do. The idea is when you travel to another country, they tell you what to do. They tell you what you're allowed to do. When you're Brittany Griner, you're not allowed to carry in cannabis oil into Russia.
And
not allowed to do it.
The flip side is that's why he's not going.
No, but he doesn't want to be told what to do. That's like he's not being told what to do. That's a country's laws. You follow a country's laws. You follow their rules. If you don't want to follow their rules, you don't have to. But for work, don't tell me how much you want to be there also. They know how much I want to be there. They know how much, but I'm going to do my own research and make my own choice. Just live with it. Just live with it. It's sort of like the conversation we had earlier. It's just tell us what it's really about. It's about.
I think he did.
It's about making max money. No, what it was is.
I think he said, "I'm not going to let another country tell me what I am, and I'm not going to put in my body." I think he blatantly told you why he's doing it.
He thinks the vaccine is stupid and pointless.
So did he let his own country tell him what to do? I bet he did. I bet he did.
Well, what?
I bet he followed a mask rule.
Hey,
because his country told him what to do, and he did it.
Yeah, but he might not have.
Wait, really?
He might not have.
You think he walked into businesses without a mask on?
He wouldn't be the first guy. I mean, I don't know is my point.
No, but I'm saying to you is we always do things. We do things every day in our lives where we are being told to do it.
I bet he got the polio vaccine.
Yes, he did. Well, the polio vaccine also has been around, 80 years?
Yeah, but it's still a vaccine.
I know. I understand, but it's 80 years. I'm never going to. That's a completely different situation.
Okay.
My parents got the polio vaccine.
I don't think so. If you don't want polio, you get the vaccine.
No, but my parents got the polio vaccine.
Polio. I got
They know 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years later. I can understand when people do raise the question about the vaccine because it's completely different. To know you've got a vaccine with a 40-year, 50-year history,
you want tuberculosis?
you understand why you're doing it. He's going, it's super. And two, it was super mild.
I don't even care if at this point, because if he gets vaxxed or not, whatever. It's more to do with, like, I want you in the lineup. You know, the reality is, and I said it earlier, if you were Andrew Bellotti, I don't really care. The fact that you're the starting catcher,
but tonight
it annoys me.
But tonight you would.
Well, tonight, my point is, like, the 26th guy in a 25-man roster, I don't give a damn. But it's the fact that, you immediately look at the list of guys who aren't making it and you go, okay, starter. Like, selfishly, I wanted them to all be bench pieces.
Joseph says, well, we're lucky tonight. That's 2 double plays that someone won't be bouncing into in tonight's game. JT Realmuto has killed them this year.
Shots fired.
And he says, I don't care if his ass ever hits the field again this year. You know, I mean,
I don't know if Garrett Stubbs could be the full-time guy, but he's not bad in a 2-game situation. Garrett Stubbs has been solid.
Stubbs has been solid.
Solid backup. He's not Andrew Knapp, and therefore I love him.
Hey, Prime members, get Whole Foods Market Animal Welfare Certified Organic Chicken Breast. Just $6.99 a pound through July the 12th while supplies last. You can learn more on the Whole Foods Market app. We got a major station announcement tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Pat's been nervous all morning.
Yeah.
Because Coach won't tell you what it is.
He just told me to bring a cardboard box.
And your playbook, which I don't do. Do we have those?
No, he just because his nickname is Coach.
Yeah.
Just
he walks
bring
around.
your playbook.
He walks around with a whistle.
He does have a whistle. I heard it was a rape whistle, though. It was a rape whistle that he has. Just he's a nervous man as he walks to and from.
I think those were in our college, welcome bags.
On your college welcome bag.
That's a good intro to college, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they're needed. Sadly.
Coach, you have anything to say to Pat? Can you ease his pain at all?
No, I like when Pat has pain.
Wow,
it makes me feel. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I miss the little guy.
You do, because he'll randomly text me and say, "Call me," which we've all discussed
Psycho
on this
stuff.
show. It's like immediately you go,
Sends
okay,
chills down your spine.
Okay, I'm getting fired. Like, what did I do? And I'll be nervous, and I'll call him, and he'll immediately send it to voicemail, which makes me even more nervous because I'm thinking, oh, great, he's in a meeting about me. And then when I call him back and I finally get him on the phone, he just goes, I'm just wondering how you're doing.
It's because what happens
like
is
he knows when to catch up. What
and
are
then
you
you
doing? What are you up to?
Well, call me.
I don't do that anymore.
Call me.
I don't do that anymore.
Connor, have you gotten a call me?
Oh, yeah, all the time. It'd be like, call me. And then, hey, you're still working Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm on the schedule.
Call me.
Not accurate.
By the way, today is something that Coach celebrates.
What's that?
Today is Simplicity Day. Do you know what Simplicity Day is? Without Googling it, do you know what Simplicity Day is? I did not.
Yeah, I think she works down at, it's right off Delaware. What was the club?
You think so? You've gone to the well with that now a couple times.
No, that's not really Pat's joke.
Simplicity Day.
Is.
Henry David Thoreau.
Simplicity Day.
Henry David Thoreau.
Mine went to Michael Keaton in Multiplicity.
Said that as you simplify your life, the laws of the universe become simpler. That and I absolutely just
I like
know
simple.
I know the quote because a friend of ours had this in their kitchen. That to me, that's the only reason I knew the quote attributed to him. The idea that people who tend to be overwhelmed in life tend to be really complicated people. I think they tend to make their lives complicated. They make a lot of they make a lot of complicated decisions. They set up complicated situations for them to navigate. Simplify your life. Do you lead a simple life or do you lead a complicated life?
Simplicity is my baseline. I don't like to overcomplicate things.
And you
I
want
like
simplicity, right?
practical thinking, simplicity. Yeah.
You love being practical. A lot of people look at practical and look at it as boring. I like practical. I find practical sexy.
I find practical simple. So
I like it.
Yeah, that's the same thing to me. So I love simplicity.
I like practical sexy, Pat.
I'm uncomfortable now. I'll say it. Especially after Jamie saying that he likes that.
Yes.
He sees himself as that, and you following it up with you find it sexy. I'm uncomfortable.
Really right
I'm
now.
uncomfortable.
Don't get in the way of this, Pat.
Can we talk about vaccines or something? Because I'm not great right now.
Simple's easy, though. My mama once told me when I was young, she's like, come sit beside me.
Here,
my only son.
You have other sons.
And listen closely.
She has other
That's
sons.
what she
Yeah,
said. I don't know.
exactly.
She might have got it wrong.
By the way, Tyler's back on email. Tyler from earlier today.
What do you say,
What do you say, Tyler?
He said, John, you just said it's JT's right not to want to go to Canada because of the vaccination, but you've been killing him for not getting it.
I didn't kill him for not getting it. I'm just annoyed that my team's starting catcher.
What are you killing him for not getting it? Tyler, what are you listening to? He has every right not to get it, Tyler.
Honestly,
for the 100th time, he has every right not to get it. But when he brings up his money, it's why are we worried about JT's money? Because JT is literally saying to you, yeah, $260,000, not a lot of money. I can toss that aside. You know who can't, JT? Everybody else. Tyler, I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand what you're listening to. I don't understand.
He's listening to the John Kincade show, and we appreciate that.
But I don't understand what he's listening to.
I don't care what's going in his ears and what's not. The fact that he has the radio on, I appreciate that.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And guess what? You take when you decide to do something, you can also take critique for it. You can be critiqued for it. And when you explain to me that I'm not doing it because they told me to do it. JT wakes up every day in the United States of America and does things because his country told him to do it.
Maybe
whether we like it or not, we do. Does he follow a speed limit? Does he get his kids vaccinated to go to school? Does he decide to get his car registered before he hits the roadway?
Maybe he doesn't do any of that, Johnny. He's the bad boy. I think he's the bad boy of the locker room.
I think he does.
No, I mean his comments were extremely tone deaf. Well, I don't care that he's losing money. I care that he's losing
his money. He can lose it.
I care that he's losing at bats.
And also,
that's literally all I care about.
What I think a lot of athletes don't understand is that when they're talking to the media, they're talking to their fan base.
Correct.
They're not talking to the other guys in the locker room that go, yeah, 260, it's not a big deal. Like Bryce Harper goes 260. Ha, found that in my couch cushion. You're not talking to your teammates. You're talking to the fans that support you. And when you say 260,000 is a little bit of money, you're not articulating yourself well to the people that support your product.
And I am not.
And that's where I think he's just completely tone deaf on it.
I am not.
We all know he's rich.
And I'm not going to look at someone like if JT Realmuto worked in this office and said, I'm making that choice. It's not going to make me hate him. It's not going to make me think I would absolutely, though, want to hear him articulate himself. And even if one of my coworkers said to me, well, I don't want to do it because I just don't want to be told what to do. Well, that to me is not good enough. That's not a good enough articulation of what it is because that's ridiculous. Because we are told what to do every day. And he's saying, I don't want Canada to tell me what to do. But I'm going to let America tell me what to do all day long. 50 times a day we have done things because we are told we have to do it. And so that to me is a sort of what a fifth grader would use as an example of an explanation of why they're not doing something. I'm not going to be told what to do. Pat, you've done that with Coach, and it's gotten you in a little bit of trouble from time to time.
A few times. There's things that I'm told not to do often, and I just don't do them.
Hey, we have some FanFest tickets.
Or I do them anyway, I guess.
You do them anyway?
Yeah, I do them anyway. I don't know what I'm saying.
You have to.
I don't know. I just want him in the lineup, and he's not.
Exactly.
I'm annoyed.
Now, the amount of people, though, with the whole, he was going to go 1 for 8 in the series anyway. I'm getting flooded with a lot of those. He was going to be 2 for 8 with no RBIs anyway, so what the difference does it make? There's a lot of that.
It's a possibility.
There's a lot. The negative backlash, if a negative backlash falls on him, it's him. It's on him. We got FanFest tickets to give away. FanDuel Sportsbook presents FanFest 2022, Saturday, October the 1st from 1 to 5 at Xfinity Live. You got to be 21 to enter. Stay tuned to The Fanatic. Get special updates on guests, events, and all the fun we're going to have that day. We got 2 different pairs of tickets to give away right now at 215-263-0975. 215-263-0975. We expecting anything in this NHL free agency, Pat? Or within 24 hours? We expecting anything?
I don't think so. No, not right now. It'll be.
You don't think we're going to hear today about some contracts being cut?
I would love for them to pay to get rid of JVR.
I think they.
Well, what's paying to get rid of him?
Well, I mean, you're unloading a $7 million salary. You have to give up a pick or two to another team to take him.
Here's the thing with it. At this point, I think if they unload him, it's the sign of a move like a Gaudreau.
Yes, but that's why I want to see it.
But on the flip side, in an expiring contract, like it's not like JVR had a horrendous year last year. He's actually what a lot of teams look for.
He's great.
That big body who posts up in front of the goalie on the power play and does garbage goals, tips, whatnot. So it is what a lot of teams are looking for. They're not looking for it at $7 million, and because a lot of teams don't have a ton of cap space with the cap situation being what it is right now in the NHL, which is a flat cap, there's not a ton of teams that can take on that salary.
Explain that a little bit, Pat. The flat cap, it's not like an NBA cap.
Yeah, so because of COVID, Normally with caps, they continue to go up. Every year it gets a little bit bigger. This year with the NHL, it is staying the same, which is impacting teams' free agency. That's why you're seeing some good players not get qualified offers when normally they would. Teams are just, it's hitting them in the wallet, if you will, and because of that, there's not a ton of teams that have $7 million that just have the luxury of going out and trading for JVR. Now, there are teams that do have that, and they'll probably ask for draft pick compensation, like when the Flyers traded Shane Gostisbehere for literally nothing. They had to give up a second-round pick to get out of that contract. But if you're the Flyers at this point, you're probably more apt to keep JVR and just trade him at the deadline to a contender, because at that point his contract won't be nearly as much, and because teams will have banked enough money to be able to afford him, and you'll be able to get an asset and maybe maybe have a team pay a first-round pick a luxury, because he's a big power forward winger, and teams look for that. So right now, you'd be selling low on him and you'd be giving up a draft pick, whereas in a couple months at the deadline, you might be able to acquire a draft pick for him because his contract won't be that bad. So because of that, I don't think there's a big move coming. But if a JVR move does happen, I think there's a much bigger move on the horizon that you can look forward to. They're not going to move JVR for the sake of moving JVR.
Correct.
It doesn't make any financial sense. It doesn't make any hockey sense.
But you would put the Johnny Gaudreau thing as a 2 out of 10?
20%, 25%.
Yeah, right,
I mean, every minute that goes by, I think it ticks up a little bit. And the Flyers, if you want
but
Johnny,
why would it tick up in the Flyers' favor?
Because they clearly think they are 1 or 2 players away, and because he is going to be the best.
Think that
money.
Told you yesterday, the Hoagies in Calgary
the money's going to be
we have seeded roles here, John.
There's some team that's going to offer him the most money, and that would be the Flyers.
We have good Hoagies. Calgary doesn't. Ergo, we win.
I do think coming back home would be enticing to him.
For the right guy, it's certainly a draw, yeah.
And you bring up the Devils, but the Devils don't spend money. That's the thing. The Devils do not spend money for the most part. I don't see them going after a high-priced free agent. Like the one time they did was Ilya Kovalchuk, and they traded for him and signed him to a ridiculous contract. So I don't see a big move happening. But as I said, if the JVR move does happen, then there's something on the horizon.
All right, we got a lot coming your way, including 5 questions will come your way. And also, just 2 weeks to training camp, I have a question about your Philadelphia Eagles that the guys have to answer. It's required. JT Realmuto would hate being on the show because I'm requiring that they answer it. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Why don't you beat the Heat with Window Nation? How about beating the Heat on your budget, too? How about saving $200 off any style new window from Window Nation, plus pay nothing until 2024? You can lower your energy bills, raise the value of your home with new energy-efficient windows from our friends at Window Nation. They have an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, so you know you can trust them. Plus, they can handle any window situation you've got going on. You have vinyl windows? They got you. Wood windows, fiberglass windows, all covered. And right now, you can look at their website at windownation.com, and you can see that they have every style, every size, every color that you could ever imagine. Why don't you get the new energy-efficient windows that you need now and pay nothing until 2024 and get $200 off any style new window from Window Nation? Do your window shopping online, windownation.com, then call them at 866-90Nation. Save $200 off any style new window, plus pay nothing till 2024. That's 866-90Nation.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic has a major station announcement. Listen tomorrow at 4 p.m. This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P. says, "This is the best product I've found to raise T levels. I plan on using using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle. Just text BREAK to 42424. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting BREAK to 42424. That's BREAK to 42424. Text BREAK to 42424.
Hey, it's cause summertime, the right time to get my team over at LaBruciana Roofing out to your house. Finally replace that old, tired, and perhaps even leaky roof. Look, don't trust any company that just does roofs. Please trust Anthony and the true roofing experts at LaBruciana Roofing. The only roofing expert that I trust. Anthony! That's right, Anthony LaBruciano, his team at LaBruciana Roofing, one of the few roofers in all of the land, Montgomery, Chester, Delaware counties, that has earned the prestigious honor, Certainty 5-Star Select Shingle Master. Now, what that means for you, the best warranty in the business, 50 years from the manufacturer, 25 years on the expert workmanship. LaBruciano Roofing has repaired or replaced just about every kind of roof out there. Call them now, schedule an in-person on-site estimate, and check out their hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. LaBruciana Roofing experts will explain your options and give you the peace of mind you're dealing with the best. Call them 610-265-ROOF. That's 610-265-ROOF or PARoofPros.com. LaBruciana Roofing, the shingle master.
Is today your lucky day? You bet. Because the new BetParx app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParx app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You've got bugs. What's your move? A rattly can? Or a simple spritz? Bugs near your kids and pet? Will it be ingredients you can't pronounce? Ew. Or essential oils? Bother the bugs, not your family. Zevo uses essential oils, which attack bugs' biological systems, so Zevo kills bugs, plus is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo. People-friendly. Bug-deadly. Now at a store near you. Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, Indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and Indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet.
Whew, let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bank for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Hellsberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Got It Right. Tim needed an engagement ring. He did research, listened to hints from his fiance's friends.
She wants a lab-grown, oval cut, and white gold with a halo.
And he went to Hellsberg Diamonds. At Hellsberg, Tim found an incredible selection of high-quality, lab-grown, and natural diamonds. He also found the ring she really wanted.
Nailed it. She is gonna freak.
Be like Tim. Find the ring of her dreams at a Hellsberg near you or at Hellsberg.com. Ask now about special financing offers.
Hey, it's John Kincade. You know, in just a few short weeks, we will be sending our college-bound student to start her first fall semester. You might be in the same boat. You're still not sure how you're going to pay for it all, are you? Take the stress out of paying for college right now. Go to collegeav.com. You can see all the different loan options in action with their student loan calculator. You can get an instant credit decision and your rate, and you apply in only 3 minutes. Build yourself a private student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and your goals for your student's future. Go now to collegeav.com. It's a better student loan experience.
You know the signs of a natural gas leak. Ooh, it smells like rotten eggs. But what's your next move in that situation?
Scoot, run, bolt, flee. Gas leaks are no good for me. If you smell gas, it's time to go. Leave the scene and call Pico. 1-800-841-4141.
Give us a call and we'll send someone to check it out. Pico is here to help. 24/7.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and you can go yard all July long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is, even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So head on over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB. That's promo code BOB.
21 plus and present PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Are you a foxhole guy for the John Kincade Show? Then prove it. Tap the 97.5 The Fanatic app all morning long, before and after your commute.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Bob's thinking, what the hell's going on? This is a fever dream. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We salute Canada. Lover boy. Tell that boss or that country to shove it. Man. Hey, May 1st, with the College Ave student loans, your students getting ready to make their move to college. So before they make their move, make collegeave.com their choice. It's a better student loan experience to be able to help them out in it. I've got 5 questions that I want to get to for everybody, but I want to give Chevy a little lead time because I need Chevy. I'm going to give him the first one because I like to involve Chevy. And one of the questions I thought was best for him to answer. So I got a question for everybody. So Chevy's going to make his way to studio. And I am going to tell you that I've got 5 questions that are coming your way.
Are you going to make him choose his favorite sibling?
It's time for 5 questions with John Kincade.
My wife was very unhappy with me for...
You put Chevy in a corner, man.
For trying to lure him into... Well, I said with the 5 questions, and the question I threw to him was, do you have a favorite sibling or a favorite... if you have a favorite child, if you're a parent, or a favorite sibling? And Chevy said immediately, yes. And by the way, that is one of the questions when they interview you to be an FBI agent or a CIA agent that they ask you, because people fail it on lie detectors all the time. Do you have a favorite child? And they'll say, no. And they get a lie. And they give it to them early in the thing to say, okay, you're lying. So, don't lie to us, because if you want to get this job, you got to tell the truth. And it's one of the questions that lures people into lies. Pat, you don't have a sibling?
No, my parents told me, they said, I think we've had enough. Yeah, we probably can't do worse, but we're not going to try.
Here's Heavy Chevy, also known as Taller John Mayer, by like 1.5 inches. You're like tall. Where's this microphone? There? Connor?
I'm telling you, that isn't Connor's fault. Someone changes the board in there all the time.
Why do they change that?
Because they're...
You're microphones should be on the board at all times.
You're slightly taller John Mayer.
I don't know why they're
John
not.
Mayer?
I don't think you look a damn thing like John Mayer.
I think he does.
It's not
Maybe it's
that
just the hair.
far off.
He's a white guy with floppy hair.
It's probably the
that's
coiffed
what it
hair.
is.
It
That's what it is.
All white guys with floppy hair look the same.
Did you know John Mayer has...
You Ben Affleck.
He has one of the world's best individual watch collections.
I did not know
Really?
that.
Did not know
He
that.
has spent all of his money, for the most part, on watches.
Wow.
He said the watch collection is now so expensive that he wouldn't be able to afford the watches because they've appreciated in value.
That's
so
a
much.
way to do
There's
it.
a hilarious video of John Mayer dressed up in a bear costume.
It is funny.
He went around a tailgates at his concert and started insulting himself to his fan base
It's real
to have
good.
them defend him. It's great.
It's really
All
funny.
right, let's get to 5 questions, and Chevy, you go first.
Question 1.
Chevy, this was put in a New York Post article from a while back, but somebody sent it to me. If you could open up an envelope, it has 50 grand cash in it.
Okay.
But when you open the envelope, you will absolutely not be able to miss the date that you will die. Would you open the envelope to get the cash? You are guaranteed to see the date that you will die. That is conditional on you opening the envelope.
And you get the cash.
$50,000. I have the amount of people that said yes, they would do it, but you get the cash. But you absolutely will know the date of your death.
You know what? I'm desperate right now. Give me the cash.
Yeah, he's part-time. So
I'm part-time. I'm only here 6 hours a day. Give me the cash.
He's making like $16,000 a year. He's slubbing it.
How many of us would do it for $50,000?
No shot.
No.
No shot.
I'd have to sleep on it.
Okay.
You spent $60 on pound cake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have JT Realmuto kind of money, man. What are you talking about?
We're chocolate chip cookies.
And there were 4 of them.
Her name is Christineth.
Okay,
Are
so
you deaf or
so
are
you
you
say no.
stupid?
Okay, so what I would say to you is,
I
is that-
probably wouldn't, but I'd think about it long and hard.
Chevy, what percentage of people do you think said yes?
45.
I'm shocked by this number. 28% said they would do it.
I was going to go lower than 45.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have gone that low.
But you, Chevy, I have the date right here. Do you want me to give it to you? I opened your envelope.
Yeah, let's, just.
I took the cash, but you're living an old, long man's life.
All right, good.
There you go, there
I
you
think
go.
it would consume your brain for the rest of
I
your
think it would.
days. And I don't know if $50K is worth that in the long run.
He's heavy Chevy.
Unless you're dying next week, then $50K is worth it.
Right.
Well, I think if you're dying in, like, let's say 20, 30 years, you're fine. But that last year
would be
knowing that that's your last year.
Yeah, that's tough.
Would be hard.
There we go. Chevy, you awesome. We love you.
Thank you.
There you go. Let's get to question number 2.
Question 2.
All right, I'm going to take this one to Coach. Coach, Parenting Magazine says that this is the hardest thing that parents find the ability to say no to their kids about. And kids is 12 and under. Hardest thing to say no to their kids about is...
This is right in your wheelhouse, Coach.
Yeah.
What's Cameron,
Cam's
11?
like
Cam's
right there.
11.
Cam's 10.
10, okay.
I'm trying to think what he asks for. It's the umbrella category would be, I guess, games. He constantly is asking for us to buy games on Steam on the computer.
So like an online thing, something like that?
Yeah.
That is not the answer that the majority of people gave. And when I say majority, more than 50% of parents told Parenting Magazine that this was the hardest thing that they found to say no to their kids about.
Desserts.
I was going to go with playing with them. But desserts is a good one. I don't say no to my
sweet
kid for
stuff.
desserts. Nope.
Candy, cookies, cake.
Yep.
Sweets. We're talking like 57% of people said that was the answer.
Yeah.
There's your obesity problem.
And it's hard. You're not supposed to make food a treat
A
for
reward.
kids. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a reward because that
And it is a
develops
major-
bad eating
There you
habits.
go.
Yeah.
All right,
We're all
let's-
guilty of
Let's
it.
go question 3.
Question 3.
I'm going to take this one to young Connor Thomas
Hello.
because it's a question from Men's Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Connor, how many men under 40 admit that they search for pics on the internet of other men's physiques?
Huh. Under 40.
Now, it's his Men's Fitness. You
Yeah.
can understand the context that this was being presented is, but men find it uncomfortable. By the way, they actually suggest that men do this if they're looking to train and everything. But how many men admit that they do that?
I would say 42%.
Jamie, have any question to that?
12%.
Admitting to do it, I will go with 29%.
Jamie was almost exactly correct. 15% of men
That's weird.
suggest that they search pics for other men's physiques, but Men's Fitness suggests that men who are really into training and stuff like that should actually do it.
Yeah, I don't find that weird.
I don't need to
And
know.
I think it's a cultural thing that it's like, ooh, what are you? Why are you looking at other
Yeah,
men?
but I don't need to know what a six-pack looks like. I know what they look like.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
why do I have to go check out another guy's muscles to know what they look like? I know what a muscular man looks like.
Yeah, but if I'm doing so when I do workouts, I'll either build one out for myself or I'll look out like one someone did for a movie. Like if I see
you
like
can
a
do that,
Marvel
right,
movie
right,
and
right,
I'm like,
right.
man, Chris Hemsworth looks jacked as Thor. I want to do whatever workout he
Okay.
did. Then I'll look at that physique and
Now,
is that what I want?
It's weird that you say that because the Hemsworths were one of the people that people search most often that are trying to work on both Hemsworths.
I don't think that's crazy.
I think it's weird.
All right, question number 4.
Question 4.
Pat, Men's Health has a question for you.
Okay.
Men were asked the superhero that they most wish they could be. The answer was a landslide answer. So this is right up your alley. You're superhero guy. You love all this stuff. Men were asked, which superhero do you wish you could be? By the way, this includes every part of the superhero that they embody.
Okay.
It was a landslide.
Yeah, I'm tied between two.
Okay, give us your give us your best answer.
I'm tied between Batman and Superman. I'll go with Batman because he's rich.
Batman in a landslide, 61%.
Thor entered my mind.
Of men said they wish they were, because Thor's more of a mythical character.
Thor entered my
god.
mind too because he's jacked.
Yeah.
But Thor isn't
Got a
like
sweet hammer.
cool
Natalie
hammer.
Portman.
He's
Tell you,
funny.
not a bad pull.
Why did they answer this? Men answered it because they consider him to be the smartest, most resourceful, and the man with the best physique. They think the best physique.
Batman has the best physique?
That's what they say.
Superman's literally a super. The Hulk?
You know, look, he's got a lot going
But
for
Superman's an alien.
him. He owns a company. He's got
I think
a
it's
nice
part
house.
of it. You know what I mean? He's right, exactly.
He owns the house. He's really just paying property tax on it.
JT Real
What are
Muto would
Gotham's
say,
taxes like,
New York,
Well,
terrible.
it's Gotham.
Terrible.
It's not New York, it's Gotham.
You
All right,
nerd.
last question.
Question 5.
Jamie, did you realize there is a push to eliminate the use of coins in the United States?
I support.
By 2032. There's actually legislation that people are trying to push to remove all coins from transactions
I
in
support
society.
it. It's stupid.
You are not a coinsman. You are okay with this.
Yes, I am very okay with this.
You are okay with the coins within 10 years being eliminated.
Yes.
Pat?
I'm cool with it. I don't really have a strong Kate like one way or the other.
I find them as an annoyance.
I find it annoying when you have to go like pay for a meter. Now a lot of times they'll have like the Meter Up app that you can pay for, but when you get into some, when you get into like some when you get into some of these boroughs and stuff where it's like, dude, I don't have a quarter on me. Like, let's just hope to God that the meter maid doesn't come around. That sucks.
And do they say meter maid anymore, or is that considered sexist?
It probably, I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
Cancel league.
Yeah, cancel me.
Yeah, whatever. There you go. Cancel culture is
meter
coming
person.
for Pat.
I'm getting fired on Wednesday anyway.
It's meter person, Pat.
4:00.
And there's your
big
5
announcement.
questions today.
Egan's gone.
Egan's gone. Well, we make that announcement on this show.
But honestly, by 2032,
10 years from now,
cash might be rare,
obsolete.
I love.
It's all going to be Bitcoin.
I love electronic pay.
Yeah, like I mean, the tap and go.
I love tap and go.
It's great. I mean, these new Amazon stores where you walk in and stuff gets charged to you as you just walk out. You don't even have to go to a register. Like cash might not even be a thing 10 years from now.
Pull up the Saturday Night Live skit on that.
Is it funny?
It's pure. Keenan and them are hilarious. They do a hilarious takeoff on it.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll
so they're
check it
showing
out.
all these like general like sort of white bread Americans walking in to use their app and everything, and then they go, "Yeah, just take it off the shelf and just walk out with it." And Keenan looks at the camera and goes, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." And then they go, and it says, "Look, many people like you." Many people. And it's a hilarious bit. Hey, 2 weeks till training camp, but I just got a question for you here. Is there any scenario, we're just weeks away from Dick Vermeil becoming a Hall of Famer. Is there any way right now, gut instinct, that you think by the time Nick Sirianni hangs it up, that he could be more beloved in Philadelphia than Dick Vermeil?
No.
I mean, all it would take was probably winning a Super Bowl, right?
It would, right? I mean, even though and Dick Vermeil's so beloved.
It sounds outrageous on its level, but if Nick Sirianni got a Super Bowl, he'd probably go past them.
Would Nick right now?
Do I see him doing that?
Right now, beloved Eagles coach's pecking order. Does it go Reed, Vermeil, Peterson?
For me, I have Peterson above Vermeil because I missed that generation. So that's not even debatable.
For you, it's different.
Reed and Peterson is a tough one because Reed is, the better coach, one of the winningest coaches ever. But he changed our direction and our trajectory as a franchise organization, but he also frustrated you at the same time. Whereas Dougie Wheelbarrow there, he threw him down on the table and won us a Super Bowl. Gun to my head, I'd probably put Doug ahead of Andy in terms of my personal endearment towards them.
Yeah, I might.
Even though I reckon, you know what I mean?
Really
It's
tough.
a real tough one.
Yeah, I think Andy's the better coach for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And Andy was really my generation's coach.
Yep.
He ushered in a winning era that we hadn't seen ever. But Doug Peterson's, his fearless play calling won them a Super Bowl.
He was ahead of the curve in the NFL.
He really was. Like, he was a trendsetter.
Yeah.
And even something as
Do you
small
think
as
he'll
like,
continue that way?
I think so.
I'm fascinated to watch him.
Jacksonville, will he?
I'm fascinated to watch him in Jacksonville.
Yeah, me too. I think he'll do well there.
I will root for him till the day I die.
Me too.
I will root for Doug, except if he's playing the Eagles. I will root for Doug Peterson to have great success.
He's a likable guy.
Plus, he also will always just be the harbinger of great thoughts.
There's probably Eagles fans out there listening right now that have Buddy Ryan ahead of Doug Peterson.
Which is so
probably.
stupid.
Oh,
which is the most insane thing ever.
Absolutely.
No, I would say Sirianni probably ultimately won't eclipse Vermeil, but I think all it would take is a Super Bowl.
I mean, it's
all it would take.
Incredibly early to say.
Right.
But no, gut feeling is no, because I don't see him winning a Super Bowl.
The one thing I think about Nick Sirianni, and Connor really just sticks with me, is how much I find myself. Now, I'm always rooting for the Eagles coach to win, but I find him incredibly likable. I don't want to take that into consideration because it shouldn't matter. Like, Bill Belichick is not very likable to a lot of people, but it would be a great coach to have. Nick Sirianni, to me, just seems extremely likable, extremely relatable.
Right, but Brett Brown was likable.
Yes, he was.
Until he wasn't.
Brett Brown being likable might have kept him here. I think it kept him here too long.
I think he got him here extra years.
Yeah, I think likable is marginal when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. The only thing likable is winning. If you're an Eagles player, if you're an Eagles coach, if you're remotely a part of that organization. And the other guys have all won significantly more than him. So, no, I can't really And Jamie's point is correct. All he has to do is win a Super Bowl, but we waited, 50-plus years for our first one? So
I know,
all he's got to do is do something it took us a half century to do.
Friends of ours met Nick Sirianni and his family on the boardwalk. And this guy was not a Nick Sirianni fan.
Won him over?
He is now.
Yeah.
He just goes, he says, John, he was so just like an average, everyday guy.
So I know some friends that are neighbor-ish of him, and they met him and his boys, and he said, you wouldn't have known he was an NFL head coach. He just seems like a normal guy with normal friends.
And he was not being bothered on the boardwalk, which I find incredibly hard to believe. This is the boardwalk in Ocean City. And they said he was not being bothered.
He seems very down to earth, but Connor is right. The one sport that I don't think being a great guy, likable, really gets you far is football, because there's only 17 games. And a prime example is his analogy of planting roots and flowers and all that. Look, he got ripped to shreds by myself included when he made that. Now we look back on it and we can chuckle about it because of the fact they turned the season around and they won. But if they hadn't done that, that would be a sticking point of screw this guy. Look at his stupid analogies. I mean, look at the fact that he placates to every single fan base here, and but he became likable because they won. Ultimately, they won games, and that's why the fan base ended up coming around on him. And now it's he's not that bad.
Yeah, it's just I'm always very impressed when I get too influenced by it. By the way, when I find a guy who is a head coach, a guy like that just gets that. I don't know how many people before Cuz and I knew each other professionally, and I would have people that would run into Cuz that I knew when I didn't work with him and didn't know him, and they'd be like, "Oh man, we ran into Cuz here at this cheesesteak joint," or I bumped into Cuz in a parking lot outside a Sixers game, and people would always tell me about Cuz, and I was like, okay, so it's the guy that I think I sort of know. They met, which I think is always valuable when people go, the guy I listen to on the radio, the guy who coaches my team, the guy who seems likable is when you get a chance to meet them.
Well, yeah, and I think that's what I'm most excited about, our station. You guys, all you guys are exactly who you are off the air, on the air.
For good, for bad, for me. But I mean, seriously, though, we are who we are, right?
Well, really. I mean, I'll tell you, listen. And you said this.
Pat, stop pointing.
You talked about team and which I think, when you were talking about brands and NBA players, and you brought up this business, and you're right. I mean, but you got to be a team player. And,
yes,
the radio station now, this radio station's, and nothing against, because I love the old station too.
Sure.
And there were people, but it was separate islands. There was a lot of islands. And then, not everybody was, very, welcoming. Some people, like Ains was certainly
or to raise the tide raising all boats.
Right. There was a lot of fiefdom type of things.
And you can't have that. It's one of the things is where, and a lot of the young athletes that talk about building their brand, it's great to build a brand, but then your brand needs to benefit the guy you're teammates with. And you got to lend, and then he benefits your brand, and it's got to be a cooperation. It can't just be the little, as you say, little fiefdoms.
Right. I mean, and that whole, and that's why I truly I truly like, I enjoy seeing you guys every day. Like, that's the truth. Like, when we see, hey, what's going on? And we have each of us have our own little discussion points, right? I see you, Johnny,
Right. You always ask me about my daughter, not about me.
No, but
it's like you and Liv are like,
about it.
I'm going to ask you all about Italy when you get back.
Bro.
What's the best thing you ate?
Yeah, right.
About
the Pat, we'll movies, TV, we have our little things.
Yeah,
and it's that's to me is beautiful.
I think that the whole brand building though, that's a good. It's a good discussion because I applaud people who look at their careers as a building of a brand.
Well,
it's what you're supposed to do. Whether you're an insurance salesman, whether you're a doctor, a plumber, a lawyer, whatever you are, you're supposed to build a brand.
You're right, and those NBA guys who are generating that kind of revenue, those are monster.
It's
companies,
wild to think about.
right?
These guys are making $500+ million now in their careers.
No, I mean
it's great. Good for them. If they're making it, the league's making it 3 times fold.
And
so
you know who
what
else
I mean?
is making it? Broadcasters and team owners and
broadcasters.
What kind of contract do you have there, Johnny?
Jeez. With the off-season Wendy's having, that guy's going to be cashing in big.
Whoa. When Adam Schefter's making $8 million a year.
Yeah.
When guys said that, there is a trickle down
economics here, though.
No.
Don't you feel like
we got Chevy ready to die for $50K?
Yeah. We get the trickle on.
You get trickled on. You get trickled on.
Yeah.
Pat, you don't feel that way?
No, I absolutely. I said it earlier,
tinkled on.
Well, like JT Realmuto saying a little bit of money. I'd put anything in my body for that much money.
What do you think about that?
Anything?
Anybody, anything.
I can start a GoFundMe.
To JT Realmuto is a little bit of money.
Yeah.
We already did.
We'll do it at FanFest.
The average Philadelphia salary, the average Philadelphia worker makes $65 a year.
Yeah.
The average Philadelphia home is $233. So for a little bit of money, JT, can just
little bit of money.
Athletes need to realize they're talking to their fan base, not the other guys in the locker room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's an issue.
Yeah, you're talking to your fan base.
Plus,
that's what the job of the reporter is.
$260,000 in Oklahoma gets you a city block.
JT was talking to the John Kincades of the world. He needs to talk to the. He needs to talk to the Pat Egan's and the Jamie
I will
Lynch's.
say, you guys were talking about the end of cash.
10 years. There's going
to be sooner. I have a friend of mine who's a big-time banker.
Well, this is the elimination of all coins.
Bob Marino from Spring Garden Lending.
Hey, faster than a bank.
Cheaper than alternative lenders.
Also, Huntington Valley Bank. And it's an interesting conversation because beyond coin, the bills.
Well, they say coins have to go first for some reason in the legislation that they're going to try to pitch. But
they're expensive to make. Like a penny's more expensive to make than it's worth now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? What are we doing here?
Yeah, and bills are
there. We go. Hey,
I'm for a cashless, coinless
Anthony's
society.
going to have fun coming up on Cuz Radio. Be sure of that. Hey, it's football season. Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning Dealers. Please make a donation today to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. We will be back with you tomorrow on a Wednesday. Hopefully you hang out with the Fanatic all day long. Remember, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, the major announcement right here on the Fanatic. Have a great day, everybody. Make sure that you are a part of things. Got to tell you about CoPair. And I got to tell you that 12 weeks in, I'm very, very proud to say, I am 23 pounds down. It's been a lot of hard work. I always tell you, CoPair is not easy, but it's easy to follow. And with the coaching you get from Vance, who's my personal coach, and there are other personal coaches, they've got an amazing team. They can help you understand your relationship with food, exercise, sleep, and how that all can benefit you to lose weight. Now, I lost 16.5 pounds in 6 weeks, and I've lost 6.5 pounds in the last 6 weeks. So the weight loss has slowed down. But what I found is my physique's changing. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling great. I'm sleeping better. And I know this, I'm going to get all my testing done tomorrow in an annual physical, and I'm excited for the physical. I'm excited to see what kind of progress I've made. CoPair wants to help you out with the best deal of the year. Go to copairhealth.com, COPAREhealth.com. Tell them you're a Fanatic listener. They're going to get a great deal for you. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better with CoPair.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all times.